Hi everyone, welcome to the Spurs Manchester United watch along. I have my friend here, fellow United fan Jay Socials here too. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, what's good, people?
Um, so we already have lineups out. Well, if you're listening to this, first of all, like, share, subscribe to Fully Fantasy and also Jay Socials. That's his name on all platforms. Um, so welcome to possibly another ball fest.
Let's be optimistic, man. Let's be optimistic.
Okay, that's it. Hopefully we get into it. It looks like the games are kind of getting entertaining when you look at the, dynamics of the league for the past couple of games. The West Ham games just ended. Leicester 3-2. There's just a lot of goals now. Burnley,
Yeah,
Newcastle was 2-1. Like it seems that after the international break, there's been an upward trend, you know, in goals. So there seems to be a lot of goals going in left and right now. So before before we before we continue, lineup is out for Spurs. It's all up there. You can see it's scrolling along. Um, lineup is out for Spurs. You can see that there, and I can just read it out quickly before we go to United one. Aurier, Rodon, Dyer, Regulon, Ndombele, Højbjerg, Lo Celso, Moura, Son, Kane, Lloris. For Manchester United, okay, is Henderson, Maguire, Lindelof, AWB Shaw, Fred McTominay, Pogba, Fernandez, Rashford, Cavani. Could be a diamond. We'll find out. Not sure yet if it's going to be a diamond. Time will tell once the game begins, kicks off. Um,
yeah,
so thoughts about the lineup.
yeah, man. I'm. I think that's what I expected. Obviously, I knew Ole was going to do the pivot with McFred, so I'm not surprised about that. And honestly, looking at the selection, because I think Martial is still injured. Greenwood has kind of played a lot of games lately, so it kind of makes sense to have someone a bit more experienced up front in Cavani. So, you know what? Just like last week, I'm not really upset with the lineup. I think Ole has kind of picked the team based on who he has available. Would we still like to see Van der Beek in there? I think that's just like trying to beat a dead horse, right? And that in trying to ask for Van der Beek to come in. But we, it's not surprising the lineup. And to be fair, there isn't, with the injuries that we have now, it's a fair lineup against
Okay.
Tottenham.
Okay. I agree. I agree too. I'll be curious to see if this is a 4-2-3-1 or if this is a diamond. That's the thing I'll be curious to see going forward. Because I'm not sure if that's either or.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused with Pogba's role here, though. That's where
I
I'm.
guess it's one of those things that let's see when we start what's going to be. I think it's probably going to be a diamond because that's kind of last time we saw all of this was when they played the diamond, and I
Yeah,
think that was against Leipzig, the 5-0. There was another diamond where this was it. That it was different personnel. It was Van de Beek, Fred,
and
Matic,
Pogba.
and Pogba in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it was a little. Yeah, that was actually my favorite lineup. I know a lot of fans did not like it because it didn't have the energy that Bruno brings in and like people like Rashford and stuff like that. But sometimes you need that in tactical games, whereby you need people who are good on the ball, people who
Hmm.
can control the tempo, and then what we did in that game was we tired Leipzig, and then in the second half. I know everyone praises Bruno and Rashford for coming in, but sometimes it's great to bring those players off the bench with that kind of high energy and just kill off a team. So sometimes that's a tactical approach: is get your ball handlers in first. Pass the ball around because when you think about the prime Barcelona's,
You're such a
Man City's.
basketball fan. He says ball handlers.
It is what it is, right? So
That's
you
fine. I,
look at
I like that terminology,
yeah.
ball handlers. I actually like it. I like that.
Yeah, because that's what happens a lot of times with when you play, Fred, McTominay, Bruno, Rashford. You just have a combination of people who can't hold the ball for too long, right? Daniel
Yeah.
James. It's just that's why it's like we were playing it's like back and forth, right? Like ping pong kind of thing. So it's yeah, you know what? It is what it is. So I was just saying in terms of tactics is sometimes you need that, and that's how the likes of prime Spain, Barcelona, Man City, that's how they play. Is they tire the opponent out with possession, and then that's when the counterattack is more effective. But yeah, but I think it should be a good game. I think there's going to
Because
be
Tottenham need this game, right? They do need this game. So he's pretty much played. I think he's running it back. You know how they say in basketball, he's running it back. So he ran back literally the lineup. If I remember when they beat us 6-1, it looks like this was the lineup. I think that there's one or two people missing, but like I remember this was their lineup, right? Aurier, Reguilon.
Yeah, this was pretty much a lineup. Yeah, you're right. This was actually the lineup.
I
know we had Matic instead of McTominay, and then we had who else did we have in there? Well, Martial played that game too.
Yes. So this is their lineup. I think the only thing that's also changed for them, if I remember correctly, I don't think Rodon started that game. I think it was Dyer and Toby.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I think it was Dyer and Toby that played that game against us, the 6-1. But the midfield is literally the same. Literally, you just running back. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Tottenham, they have players fit now too. So they have a bit more flexibility. Okay, I like to see Pogba has a lot of energy right now, so that's usually a good sign that he's looking to there's something about Pogba with Mourinho. He just I feel like he's got a point to prove when he sees Mourinho.
Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I think it's on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Definitely on purpose.
Obviously the last outing was a 6-1, but I think everybody was just so out of shape back then, so it wasn't a fair reflection of our players.
That's fair.
Man, what's your thought on Jesse Lingard? Oh my, 2 goals today! Like, oh my goodness,
it's really crazy when you think about it, right? It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So my thoughts are, I feel like, and I was having this conversation in my. So yeah, it's a diamond, 442 diamond. Yeah, they've updated it. It's a diamond. So back to Lingard, my thoughts are, I feel like a lot of times football is about feet, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, not a lot of times. Let me reverse. Sometimes football is about feet, right? And because football is about feet, Lingard has found a place where he's happy, he's got his confidence, and expectations are less, and they are punching way above their weight. So even if this is a phase, at least he's found his confidence, happiness that even when things get tough, he has something in the bank, right?
Yeah.
There's something in the bank already that they can look at and say, oh, okay, when we hit a bad patch, Lingard did this for us. Whether they make top 4, whether they don't, whether they make Europa, if they even make Europa, I think that's incredible for West Ham.
That's huge. That's huge for West Ham.
Because this is a West Ham team that I think majority of the pundits, they put them in relegation zone this season. That was their projection when season kicked off. And he's made, David Moyes and has done a lot of good things, like incredible things for them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The signings, Craig Dawson, Lingard. So yeah, I think Lingard, if I was Lingard, I'll keep that momentum going and just stay and just enjoy his football and get into the England squad and just, there's no reason to try to do the I'm a United boy, let me come back, because it wasn't working for such a long time. Who says
that's so true though? Yeah.
Who says he's going to come back and it's going to be the same thing? Who says that's going to happen? So that's
what I think it's also a breath of fresh air for him, right? Because like we said, under Mourinho at the end, Mourinho got the best out of him and the worst out of him too, right? Because at the end it was just toxic. And then you had Ole that came in. Lingard had a good, I guess everyone had a good
2 months.
When Ole first
Lingard was very short though. His one was the shortest out of everybody else. I think he had the first 2 months on that Ole, but then he just fills it out. And I think he had that hamstring injury or something, if I remember correctly. After that, when he came back, he was just not the same guy anymore. He fills it out.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like you said, right, it's the pressure of playing for Manchester United too. Sometimes it's harder for you to come back, right? It's hard to gain that confidence back. So honestly, I think it will be career suicide for him to come back to Manchester United. Even if it's not Ole as coach, I just feel like sometimes football is not all about being at the top club and winning trophies. Sometimes it's all about, as a player like Lingard, he's a decent player. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
Go to a team that suits your style. West Ham looks like they have the foundation to compete for top 6 for the next couple of years, right? So you're at that point where it's like, you know what? Yeah, I might not win a trophy, but over Manchester United, I don't see us winning a trophy anytime soon. So what's the difference? What's the difference right now if you play for Manchester United or you play for West Ham, right? So yeah, I think his goal is to make the Euros and potentially the World Cup if he can keep the form going for that long. So, and I think that would be a good career for him
Agreed.
as a player.
So this is new comment from Siamara. She says the virus. I think it's his response to, and she put in quotation. People were talking about Pogba and why Pogba always turns up against Spurs. So I guess that's what that is. Good point. Thanks for the comment, Siamara. Yeah, about Lingard. I also think from United perspective, it would be smart for us to operate smartly and try to see if we can get. I'm trying to see if we can get 30 million, 35 million for Lingard. Use that money, maybe use it in a part deal for Declan Rice. There was a report that came out a couple of days ago that we're interested in Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Next comment from Dr. Sakat. Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan from one of our groups. This was 2-0. Yeah, we're chilling, Dr. Sakat. It doesn't matter, We fight. Maybe, we want an exciting top four. How about that? It doesn't matter. We're pretty much solidified in second now with Leicester losing. Like, unless we see like capitulation of all time, like an all-time capitulation. I don't see us not finishing second anymore.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't see us not finishing. Again, there's still 8 games, 7 games to go, but now everybody just looks like everybody else just looks. Nobody's consistent, right?
Yeah.
Nobody else.
And if there's the one team that knows how to grind results, that's Manchester United.
Yeah.
That's us in a nutshell. So, and as a Liverpool fan, I would think that you would want Man Utd to win because it kind of puts, that's one less team you got to compete with.
Exactly. Good point. Yeah, Dr. Saka, I'm surprised. You should be thinking about Liverpool.
Sometimes when it comes to football, you got to put rivalry aside and put your differences aside and just say, you know what, if it's gonna help my team, then I'm gonna cheer for the rival.
For the rival, exactly. That's right. I agree. I'm surprised you're saying this. If I'm here, I'm like, yep. Manchester United help me beat Spurs because that's what you want. I agree. I absolutely agree because like right now, Liverpool kind of have the easier fixture, so it's kind of in their hands. Let's see Daniel Levy.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like I was saying before the recording.
Yeah.
Like this team, because I watched the little match preview on the Zone, and they were kind of showing the stats all season, and literally were the exact same team in terms of like our in-game stats, goals expected, how we're overachieving our GX, and stuff like that. So, but the difference is one team knows how to just kind of figure out a way to win and get the result, while the other team is just kind of hoping that Kane does something. And it's funny because we have the 2 players in Bruno and Rashford that keep bailing us out. Same thing with Tottenham. They have Kane and Son.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. When you think about it, our season just mirrors each other. That is an absolutely great point.
Like it's crazy.
That's an absolutely great point when you think about it. The other thing I saw that was very interesting. Was Pogba. Pogba elbowed Aurier. I hope VAR doesn't look at that.
Oh, really?
Okay, they didn't look at that.
I thought they're friends still.
Oh no, I'm just saying there was an elbow there, unknown elbow. That I just saw that. Okay, thank goodness VAR didn't look at that. I was worried for a minute. It wasn't like an elbow on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Thought process. Let me go back before I lose my train of thought. I saw this article by The Athletic that kind of compared Mourinho's 2017-18 season with this season. Like talking about stats now. Literally, what you're saying, that season and this season like mirrors each other. Like Manchester United is like almost identical. And also, it mirrors it identical. I have the screenshot. Let me even go just to let you know how much it mirrors this season. I saw it. I was like, this is crazy. You know why I said this was crazy? Because in my head, I was going to have that conversation end of season about both seasons regarding
Yeah.
some parallels I see. So literally under Jose in 2017-18, points per game 2.1, social points per game 2 points. Possession
Jeez.
under Jose 55%, 55.1%. Social 55.7%. Goals per game 1.8 goals under Jose. Social 1.7 goals.
Oh my goodness.
XG expected goals 1.5 under Mourinho. Under Social 1.4.
Oh my goodness.
Shots 13.4 under Jose. Under Social 13.7. XG per shot 0.11 under Jose. Under Social 0.1. Dude, it's
Oh
like
man.
it goes. So that's offensive output. So this is defensive. Hey, just hold on. Defensive output is goals against 2017-18 was 0.71 under Mourinho. Under Social 0.97. So that's one that's kind of maybe slightly more significant.
Yeah.
Goals against. XG against though 1.1 under Jose is 1 under Social. It's mirrors. Shots against 11.4 under Mourinho, 11.1 under Social. Again, so almost identical.
Oh man.
XG per shot against 0.1 under Mourinho, 0.009 under again, like it's identical. Passes per defensive action, which is like how much passes can you get when you get pressured, right?
Yeah.
So under Jose it was 12. Under Social is 11.6. High turnovers. Turnovers is pretty much when you press when we apply the press, how quickly can we get the ball back, right?
Yeah.
Under Jose is 3.1. Under Social is 2.9. So this thing is like,
and it's funny because the press you're talking about, Tottenham and United are at the bottom of the pack when it comes to, I think what they said it was number of passes that leads to a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Tottenham and United are the least. Like at the bottom of the pack when it comes to that. So that shows you that we literally have no team goals. It's literally just individual. So when people talk about individual brilliance, right, that's what that is. Like Man City leads the chart.
Like all the stats and everything. Sorry to cut you. All the stats, everything has kind of confirmed. That's what Tottenham and Manchester United do. I mean, it's clear.
Yeah.
It's just that we've done it better, right? And I think we've probably defended better. Maybe that's what it is. There's something that makes us different.
Yeah,
I think
we've defended better, and I think we've had our star players fit longer. So in the sense of like Kane was out for a long time.
Someone says Pogba should have red for that elbow. I am watching. I suspect this is another rival fan. I don't know who he is. Probably a Liverpool fan. That looks like a Liverpool fan. That elbow, I was at first.
I didn't even see the elbow though, man.
Yeah. That's why I'm surprised. I saw it. I was like, oh wow. I hope they don't look at this, but it wasn't. It was an error, but good. It still contacted his face. Like
but now with VAR, everything doesn't matter, and everything
can be.
You don't get a second chance with VAR nowadays.
That's true. What was Fred?
Yeah, but that's crazy with the stats, man. Because I saw there was like under Mourinho, United had a 54% win rate, and on the Ole is a 53%. So you breaking down those stats perfectly. That's basically summing up. That's basically going in detail to those stats. So 54% versus 53%. So that's why when Ole comes out and says, we're making progress, and progress is not just about winning trophies. It's false, because at the end of the day, right? It's just kind of
progress. Let me let you land.
There has been progress. I think there's been progress more of like in-house progress. There's been in-house progress. If that's what it depends on how you define progress, right? Are you defining progress as results on the pitch, or are you defining it as the in-house, whereby from the management, the players' happiness, just the team bonding? In that aspect, yes, and maybe recruitment, and maybe a little bit of recruitment has been better. But
I think both. Yeah. So to answer, in my opinion, I think both. Right? I think there has been progress on that. In my opinion, it's just in my opinion. It doesn't have to be right. I think there has been progress. We have to look at it. There has been progress from his previous season. Do you get my point? I think that's that's the way to look at it. Like there's been steady progress from his previous season. We came third. We're second. We probably should finish second, right? Probably at this rate, the way the league is going, where everybody's just like, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
We probably should finish second, I think. So there has been progress when you look at just at the results. And the reality is, it's a results business, right?
Yeah.
So you can say that there has been progress regarding that. It's a results business, right?
But isn't it? But it's one thing to say there was progress, right? But typically, it's like, so think about it this way: it's like somebody at work, right?
Sorry, let me cut you off. Let me so
Okay.
the comment we don't think we're ignoring them. Actually, this Oga Kwame. Oh, okay. Oh, so you two agree? This is actually a United fan, actually. So okay,
Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
I
That's
saw that.
good.
So I was like, oh wow, that looked like an elbow. But yeah, I guess VAR, luckily VAR did not. Maybe it's one of those things that the red card from the previous first game of this, probably impacted. Like, oh, okay, we don't want to start looking at red cards now. So hey, lucky for us.
Yeah.
Because when I saw that, I was worried immediately. I put my hand on my head, like, oh shit, that was an elbow.
Especially in games like this, that could just
Yeah.
like ruin the entire game.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted your thought process.
No
talking
worries, no
about
worries.
progress.
What was that even? Yeah, I think
About
it's like
progress.
when you hire, like, you think about like an employee. Let's say an employee is giving you a level 4 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
And you say, you know what, I'm going to let you go, so that way I can go hire somebody else.
Okay.
To do better. But that person also averages 11 out of 5. Do you say it depends on what we're looking at, right? Are we looking at progress in the terms of the direction that we're headed? Like if Ole can say, okay, there is a game plan in place of the next couple of seasons, this is what we're trying to do, then I can say, okay, based on what you're trying to do for the next couple of seasons ahead, this is progress. But if you're just coming in and doing the exact same thing that somebody else has already done, but with less outcome, you know what I mean? Like less outcome in terms of, at least, whatever people want to say, that Jose was lucky to win 2 trophies with Manchester United, whatever the reason was, he still won it. You know what I mean?
He wasn't lucky. No,
yeah,
people say that. No, I think people should never take credit away from a manager for winning the trophy. No, he wasn't lucky. He won 2 trophies.
He won 2 trophies, right?
I guess the reason is people are looking at the profile of players, right, that we're targeting. Like, this feels like this can be more sustainable because we have players like, that 25, 24, 27. So I guess, wow, Rashford should have scored that. That was a good block though, by Dyer. Maybe you're behind again. This Canadian internet, man.
Yeah, I'm like 1650. Yeah, I was like
16. Oh, you're above me then.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, 1650. Okay. I'm 1618.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I
need to focus on the game.
Yeah, that's why I had like this chance that it was a good block.
No, but it's okay though. It's like here and there, but as long as you get the catch the good moments, which with United games, the good moments are far and in between. So
yeah, it's been a while, to be honest. Even though we're getting the results, which is what matters in the pandemic. In pandemic football, this is pandemic football, and I get that. And I think this is one of those things that we'll probably look back to, years down the line, and some of the things that happened this season, regardless. And this is not just United related, right? I'm saying across the whole Premiership. There are some things that probably happened this season. We look back in a couple of years and say, oh, you know what? There was a reason why. Because if you think about it, right, the game has slowed down a lot this season. It has slowed down from across board. So in pandemic football, I mean, I think it's fine if we're just getting results. That's okay. I mean, we all want to be entertained, and that's just the truth. And yeah, you're right. Like, it's been a long, maybe Milan second half. I didn't watch it, but from what I hear from everybody,
yeah, I was at the Man City game.
Was second half.
Yeah, I was at the Man City game was actually entertaining.
Oh yes, but so yes, Man City game, Milan second half. Apart from those two, it's been a while. I think from that 9-0.
The Milan second half, really?
Okay, so I'm going off what everybody said.
People kind of like I think the problem with a lot of United fans is because we scored a goal, people kind of just remember the goal, right? And I think it was a great win. Diallo came on and scored the header. It was great. You know what I mean? Like that was the only moment in the game that was worth watching. You know what I mean? Because
I'm talking about the first leg. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about this.
The second leg was the same thing. Pogba came in and scored a goal within like 5 minutes, and that was it.
Yeah, the second leg I was talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I feel like people's memories, like because we win, or like Bruno does something amazing last minute, we
Yeah.
tend to forget the 89 minutes that kind of sucked, and then we remember was that one good moment. It's kind of like when you go through like breakups, right? Same thing with
Mhm.
breakups. You only remember the good parts in like when you're trying to get back with somebody, you only remembering the good stuff. You know what I mean? But the reality is, if you actually
Josh
took
has
time
come with
and
his
look,
analogies again.
what
we've,
is,
we've gone from
like the
ball
whole 90
handler, now
minutes,
we are
man, to me
bringing
that was fun.
relationship analogies. I think we need to start calling you Dr. Josh.
Trust me,
Yeah.
man. No, but sometimes people need to be like logical, right? And reason. And I think that's part of the problem with the fan base has been so split, is because,
Yeah.
people are thinking that we're doing well because we're grinding out results. But the reality is 90 minutes of the game is kind of like, man, this is boring, like to
Yeah.
watch, right?
No, I don't disagree with you. It almost feels
Yeah.
like last season, especially after lockdown, was the most entertaining I've seen United under Ole. Yeah, well, apart from that first time he came, which I think a lot of that was a lot of gas. You know, when I think back and watch those games, apart from the first 4 or 5 games, man, it wasn't as good as I thought. I went back and watched like some of the old highlights of those games when Ole just came. About the
Yeah.
first 4 or 5, the remaining was just pure gas, man. It was just sit back and counter. I think the best I've
Yeah.
seen under him has been after lockdown. We played really well in, like, I'll say
Yeah, we did play some. Yeah, we
50%
played
of
some
those
good
games.
football.
Yeah, we did, in
Like
my
decent
opinion.
football. Like we played some decent. Like we actually had. You felt confident. We were going into games with confidence, and we were excited. Everybody was on form. So yeah, and that was when Martial was lighting up the place. Like he
He
was
was.
just
He
going
was.
nonstop. Bruno's
Him
assisting.
and
You
Greenwood.
know.
Greenwood was just lighting up the place too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Greenwood. I forgot about that. Yeah, Greenwood was on fire. So what's his name? I am watching. He kind of agrees with what I was saying about like the in-house progress.
So for that, let's talk about Facebook user. I don't know who you are. I suspect you're a rival fan. Say both teams should just lose, make it happen, stop the count. I suspect he's a Chelsea fan because he's a Chelsea fan that want both teams to lose. Even though that's not that's not physical. That's not even possible. Say both teams should lose. Okay, I am watching. Says there might be in-house progress. Oga Kwame says there might be in-house progress, but we're a football club, and the progress that matters is that is what we see on the pitch. It is clear that there's no progress on the training ground. I don't know. I feel like that's a heavily controversial statement. That there's no progress on the training ground. I don't know. But that's your comment. That's your thoughts. I won't argue your thoughts. I don't know. I think that's
Yeah,
quite.
you know what? I'm watching, like, and that's what I try to say, right? Is I think people are the thing with United too is I think we're still stuck on, and I think Arsenal went through this for a long time. I
Yeah.
was talking to my brother about it, and he said, as an Arsenal fan, is because you've had that one coach for so long,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to detach from that experience, that
That's true.
time. So I think people are so like now Manchester United fans, like I've seen fans on other live shows, in their comments or whatever, say, "Oh, we don't." People are basically saying they don't even care about trophies anymore. They just want to see the United way. What is the United way? We keep talking about this United way. What is the United
You
way?
know,
It's
there's a
winning
documentary. I
trophies.
don't know if you've seen it.
It's not
There's
just
a
about.
document. There is a documentary that's coming out.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the thing. I was like, come on, guys. Like, let's
That's
not
that
kid
documentary is
ourselves here. Let's not
propaganda.
kid
Let me just put
ourselves
that
here,
out
man.
there. But it's still good.
Trying to
It's still
justify
nice to
that
watch all those
contract.
things. You know what? So
They're just trying to justify that Ole contract, man. They're trying to
that documentary is a lot of propaganda. Like, what's all
the
this?
message.
Okay. That documentary is propaganda. You see, I guess this is one of the advantages people always say Henderson and Davide has. How Henderson came out quickly there. Because that could have been like, if that was Davide, I don't know if it comes out that quickly. And that's a one-on-one right there.
Yeah.
So when I say propaganda, I'm not even saying relate to only. I'm just like all this when they show like, oh, what it was on that Cantona, telling us Cantona saying, why I was going to play for United, those kind of things. Like, what? And they always bringing out like vantage points of the season. Well, it's fine. I think almost all clubs do the propaganda, and United are probably the best at doing this propaganda of like at critical points of the season. They bring out some nostalgic content, like, yay, everybody gets excited. Because if you think about it, right, this is the time people renew season tickets. It's not. I was telling my friend this yesterday.
That's so
you
true.
know that
Right?
it is not a mistake that these videos are coming out now when it's time season ticket is up for renewals. Right? It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
We do this every time. So don't get it twisted. All of this is geared towards, okay, fans are coming back next year. So there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. I'm going to Let me put that out there. There's nothing wrong in doing all that. It's a marketing strategy. That's fine.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this summer, yeah, with all the so-called changes they've made, we need to see it. Like, I don't believe in those changes, so it's left for United to prove me wrong. All this
Yeah.
Potter and Fletcher changes they made, up we need to prove every fan like me who seriously doubts that thing is a structural change that's supposed to move the club forward.
Yeah.
They need to prove us wrong. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't
Yeah, you're
believe in
right.
it.
And you know what, we can talk about structural change all we want, but like you said, structural change is definitely important, and that's the first step to building. You know, that's the foundation to anything that you want to build at a football club. But we want to, like you said, as fans, we can only judge what we see, and all we
Yeah,
see is what they do on the pitch. It's like you could tell me that they've signed the best recruiter in the world.
yeah,
You know, you can tell me all that stuff, but if I'm not seeing it on the pitch, because we're not in those board meetings, we're not in the decision making process, right? So,
yeah,
what I can see as a fan, I don't necessarily see the progress. I just see that players are happy and they're running out there and just having a good time. You know what I mean? But do I actually see when we talk about progress? You know, and I know people can say, "Oh, with the pandemic and whatever
yeah.
excuses that we can have," and yes, I get that it's a pandemic, but why is it that other teams with lesser quality seem to be playing better football than we are? You know, and the reality, and it's sad sometimes when you watch Manchester United against the lower teams, is because they play us out the park, but because we just have better quality, when we get those opportunities to score, we're going to be more clinical. Like that game against, was it Fulham? Beginning of the calendar year with Fulham, they had that one new striker. That guy could have had a hat trick. I forget his name now. He just came in the transfer window. He could have had a hat trick in the first half against Manchester United.
Ademola Lookman, the Nigerian
Sorry?
guy. Ademola Lookman.
I think so, yeah.
Or
No,
was it
no,
Josh
Lookman
Maja?
has been there. No, Lookman has been there from
Oh,
time.
you mean Josh Maja?
He was like the new striker they had. It's like the black guy.
That's what I said, Josh Maja. I think it's
Oh,
Josh
that's
Maja.
his name? Okay, yeah.
He's
That
Nigerian
kid,
too. I don't know if
I
you know
was,
that.
you know, even as like a Manchester United fan, I was upset. I was like, this kid needs to, what the hell is this? Like, this guy's a professional soccer player. He was missing sitters. Like, he could have easily had a hat trick in the first half. And I guess it's Manchester United versus Fulham. And a Fulham striker could have easily had a hat trick in the first half. If that was Rashford, you know, that would have been a hat trick. So that's what I'm saying about when we talk about progress is, yeah, it's great to say that we're winning these games, but we just have better quality than a lot of these teams. And
I don't disagree with you.
And the narrative goes when we go to Europe and we now face teams that are the top of their leagues, what happens? You know, we get exposed, right? We get exposed because you can't be doing this. One man is going to save us when, you know, when you have better quality on the pitch.
Hero ball, right? Is that what they call it? They call it hero ball.
The Europe,
like hero ball, right? Kind of cool. Like what do you say about Kobe back in this? You know,
yeah,
R.I.P. Kobe. But yeah, hero ball. Remember we say hero ball? Yeah, that's kind of what that is. You know, doing this hero ball thing. Yeah, you know, I don't disagree with that. That is true, man. It's just like we predicted, man. Thoughts about it. 26 minutes in, man. This game feels like our conversation is like you said. Our conversations are actually more interesting than the game.
Every time I look up, I just see Wan-Bissaka passing it to McTominay.
Every time I look up, when they get the ball, all I see is like, okay, Tottenham wins the ball, it goes from Herberg to Reguilon, and it goes back to Ndombele. It's like,
yeah, and then it gets caught in the middle, and then the turnover happens in the middle of the park.
This game needs a goal to spring it to life. Come on, Storage is going on. Make this interesting. I don't worry, because you know, for me personally, like I said, I have no in this game. Obviously, I always like to when we beat Mourinho, because you know I'm probably the king of any team against Mourinho. Like I don't like the guy.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, you know, because we don't need it. We're so comfortable where we are, right? So just like, I just want to see good football.
Yeah.
I just want to see good football. Like somebody should attack. I know Tottenham would not because they have so much on the line. I get that. Like,
yeah, but they should be going for this though. Tottenham should really be going for it.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised why they're not going for it.
But I think it's also like if you notice, like a lot of teams that play us, even when Man City played us, because they know that we're
on the break.
On the break, we're deadly, man, and most teams get cut out. And the reality is teams that have played the high line with us. When you look at PSG in the first leg of the Champions League, um, Leipzig. You know, they all tried playing high lines and they just got crushed. You know, and that's the thing with Manchester United is you can't be playing high line with us because you know Rashford is going to make that run. So it's one of those whereby you have to be cautious with United because we have a we're pretty deadly going up like when we have space.
I agree. You know one thing I don't like though? I never like when they play Rashford on the right. I don't like it at all.
Really?
Yeah, because it feels like they want to shoe on. It's all is trying to shoe on everybody into the lineup. Do you get my point? I just don't feel the balance is there when they play
Yeah,
him on
you're
the
right.
right.
You're right.
It just feels like they're trying to shoe on everybody into it. I've been saying this for a long time. Like just play your best players in their best position, in my opinion.
Why
Now,
would
if you
you be
have
playing?
if you have two competing players, or like in a game like this where Solskjaer is worried about, oh shit, I don't want to get overrun in midfield because of
Yeah,
Pogba's defensive lapses. Okay, what do you do then? In my opinion, what do you do then? You push, you make a choice. So the right wing position is open. Either you bench one of them, you bench Pogba, because that person is going to bench and bring him in 30 minutes to go. Or if you think,
yeah.
oh, Pogba is so good that I need him, okay, then that's great. Push Bruno to the right because Bruno has been positionless.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
Yeah, I
play
was gonna say
Pogba.
Bruno should
Yeah,
be the one going to the right because
yeah,
him in the middle of the park, he basically creates too much space
yeah.
because he
He has
leaves
been
that.
positionless.
That's why we get crushed when we turn over possession is because he leaves too much space in the middle because he's never there, right? So
Yeah,
I'd rather have Bruno on the wing and I'll have Pogba where Bruno is playing right now, and then have
correct.
Rashford on the left. To
Yeah,
me,
because I feel like Rashford on the left is a different beast. I have been saying this. Rashford on the legs is a different beast, and we lose too much when we do this shoe-running thing to the right. I don't know. That's what I think. I
yeah,
don't enjoy it at all.
that is so true. But it's like this is what we talk about, right? Is because you could have Pogba in the middle there, Van de Beek next to Fred, Bruno on the right. Or even Van de Beek could even play the right side. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
Van de Beek is also that kind of player that he's so smart and he's so intelligent in how he plays. He doesn't need the energy. He just like the way he thinks. He
He
actually
makes intelligent runs. He does.
he makes intelligent
The
runs,
game against
intelligent plays,
Brighton now, I
decisions.
remember that. The game against Brighton, he pretty much like
Yeah.
he created that goal.
Yeah, even the other goal too, he created I think the one against AC Milan as well. When he there's been so many moves like that whereby people discredit it because he didn't touch the ball or whatever, but it was his run or his decision making that created that open space. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's just this is where United gets very frustrating to analyze because it's like we can see what we could be doing, but the person in charge is just choosing not to. So
Rashford and his elasticals, man. He likes his elasticals a lot. That is he does it sometimes. I'm just like, bro, you didn't need to do this elastical thing you're doing here. Anytime it's on
yeah,
the right, this is what always happens. It's always like, it
trying
feels
to
like a
dribble.
shoehorn. Yeah, yeah. Because what's Rashford's strength? His pace. He has incredible burst of pace, and his
Yeah,
cutback and his shooting technique. He has very good shot power. And once you push him to the right, you take away that cutting in
yeah.
and shooting thing. Like literally, he scored one against Tottenham doing that right last season, like the first leg when we beat them 2-0.
Was it with the Pogba pass where he ran?
No, Pogba was injured then. This was
Oh,
this
is
is
it when he like dribbles and into the ball? I think. Oh, that Pogba pass. That's what I'm talking about. Labille Pogba, man.
have we
Labille
scored?
Pogba. That's why Pogba should be playing that role.
Have we scored?
Yep. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
Pogba needs to. Oh, don't tell me it's offsides. Come on. The ref is checking it. Oh, but this is what you get when you play Pogba in those roles.
Why am I way behind? This is annoying.
And look at that.
Damn, I'm so way
Oh,
behind.
I
This
think
is
it's.
crazy.
Oh, the call might be on McTominay. Oh, fuck. I think McTominay. He hit what's Son in the face
I just saw that too. I just saw
during the
him.
build up. Like, man, people should stop disrespecting Pogba, man. Like, people need to stop this. People who are disrespecting Pogba are the virus. Literally.
I agree.
They're the virus, man. Like, you can't have this kind of quality and be talking nonsense about it. And that's the mentality of our club now. Is they'll rather see
Oh,
Daniel
McTominay
James.
hit his face. Did they call it off?
Yeah, I hope they don't. I hope they count it, man. Like, come on, man. That's a little soft. Oh, that's a little soft, man.
Boom, that run
But
though.
McTominay has long hands though. Like his arms are pretty long.
Say he
Like,
has, it's a long hand.
I mean, long arms. Like his arms are long. So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
he's
yeah.
running, and Son is shorter than him. So
That was a good finish though.
that was Cavani, right?
El Matador. Let me know when they count it or when they don't.
Yeah, Cavani in the box is pretty like legit still, but
Why is it taking long? See if you've
he's
not
going
seen
to
it.
check it now. Wait, what? Like to me, if you call that, it's like it didn't directly lead to the goal. So for me, it's like,
Yeah, but you know they started this whole thing where they're like they look at face of play. If it was
oh, you know what? It's that last. Yeah, it looks like McTominay intentionally did it.
so what's happened? Have they called it off?
No, it's not. Yeah, they called it off. Yeah, no goal.
Hope he didn't give him a yellow card though. Is he on a
Let me
yellow
see.
card?
They
He's not
haven't
on a
shown
yellow
it
card.
yet. They're still all like expressing themselves here.
He's not a yellow card though.
Yeah, it's the follow through. Like, yeah, it looked like he intentionally did it.
Yeah. So they've called it off.
Yeah, they called it off. Yeah, but I don't know if he gets a yellow card though.
No, that is not what the yellow card now. It's just maybe it's what I don't know, but I don't think it
If
is.
it's not worth a yellow card, then it's like you're going to sacrifice a goal for that. Come on, it's like sometimes we gotta be reasonable here.
Sensible. Yeah, I
Like the
think
ball had
VAR has got to this point where it's
afterwards,
like,
3 people. Like, come on, it's if it was like he hit the guy and assisted the goal or scored the goal, that directly impacted the play.
but they started the whole thing of like, they started this a while back where they're like, face of play. When it affects
Yeah,
the face of play, they always. But that was a good goal though. That sucks though. El Matador
it's
hasn't
all
scored
good
though.
though. It's all good.
El Matador hasn't scored in a
Yeah,
long time.
I know you were so happy. I don't feel like, you know what, we have Diallo. I know people might say, he's still young, but you know what? Just play the kid. You know what I mean? Just play the kid. On the right wing, like he's not going to do any worse than Daniel James on there or Rashford on there. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
is this risk we're talking about? You got to take calculated risk. It's like Ole just doesn't take risk, and his moves are just not calculated. Oof.
I don't think he has the, you know, I don't think he's that kind of manager. I think a lot of people keep expecting all of this. He's a risk averse manager. Siamara said that's a foul. She's a United fan. Yeah.
No, it
It
is a
looks like
foul.
that.
It is a foul. Yeah,
It is a foul.
Yeah, you
It
can't
sucks
say
though. It was a
it's
good
not.
goal, but it's a foul. But don't worry. I think that goal will likely give us confidence to go again.
Yeah, that's so true.
So going back to what you about Ole, I don't think I think a lot of people need to just understand who Solskjaer is. He's a risk averse manager. That's who he is. He's a risk averse manager.
But
And
that's
he's
not the
good.
kind of manager you need, though, when you're trying to win the
Oh no,
Premier
I don't
League.
disagree with you. I'm just saying I think a lot of people need to stop this expectation that because he tries to sell the United way, he also tries to sell that he's a descendant from Fergie. That's not who he is. Like people need to know that and just understand that. But a lot of people who are like very, very, very 100% pro social, they want to believe that that's who he is. I keep saying that's not who he is. He's shown
Yeah,
us time and time again. He's a good manager, but he's a risk averse manager, and he would rather play like people the sure thing than like risk and say, I'm developing like taking any risk on a young player or anything. So that's the way I see it. And when you realize that, you stop expecting too much.
yeah.
I'm Saka, this is diving in. That thing makes me afraid when he dives in with his long legs.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
it's like don't do that in the box. Don't not every time lunging in.
I know some players. It's like yesterday. What's his name? Was it
He's always put the
Valverde
ball to
or
the ground.
Vasquez?
Yeah.
In the El Clasico, like they clashed into. Oh, Son has scored.
Really?
Yep,
Oh damn. He's not offside.
that's what I'm hoping that they. But it doesn't look like the United players are not challenging it. So
Wow. What a swing of momentum. I hate that. Last time we did this stream, I heard you were behind. Now
yeah,
it's
I know.
reversed. I hate this. I hate this. Like literally, when I watch United games, I don't look at my phone because I get
Yeah,
like all
you
these
know what?
notifications, all these live score. I do not look because I hate this.
Yeah, because I used to watch um Mad Red TV
It could be
with
off though.
Adam Matic,
Yeah.
and like I still watch it, but he's so ahead. He's like 5 minutes ahead of me. So a lot of times I'm like, he's reacting to stuff, and it just kind of ruins the game a bit, right? Because it's like you already seen what's happening before it actually happens. So it can be very annoying. It's one thing if you're like a minute behind, but he's
Let
always
me
like
see.
5 minutes ahead.
I feel like this offside though. Let me see. I'm not sure. Yeah, come through for us. Come through. We pay you a lot of money for
Oh
this.
man, it's too late.
Oh, it's not offside. It's
It's
ahead
been
of us.
signed, sealed, and delivered, man.
Oh, they already passed.
Yeah, the package has been delivered.
Yeah, I already saw it. Oh, that was Lindelof. Oh my goodness, that was on Lindelof. That's the thing about having players like Son, right? Son
Yeah.
is he's so clinical and like in key moments. Like look at that thing that he did
Ooh,
there.
Cavani, calm down. Oh man, please, no red card, guys.
What happened?
That was a harsh challenge. And like Cavani, that was harsh from Cavani though. Like, holy cow.
Like you see that goal. Going back to that goal before we go to what Cavani did.
Yeah,
You see the fact that Son was patient and he didn't go quickly. It would have been off if he went quickly.
yeah,
That is the one thing I think is so hard to coach players. And that's
yeah,
the one thing that immediately Rashford gets that thing, that natural patience of like, oh, let me make the decision, let me not make the decision.
yeah,
When he gets that right, those decision making process, I honestly think Rashford can jump to the next level of being a world class player.
yeah. You know what's crazy? My brother, like, he's been one of those like Rashford fans from day one. He's
Okay.
always that's the one player at Manchester United that he's like to him he's like if Real Madrid could get Rashford,
If
he would be
Rashford could
amazing.
get a player developmental type coach,
Yeah,
like who can coach like positioning, someone like what's his name, like Pep, someone like Pep, like okay, in this system we're going to do, I need to arrive at this time, like down to
yeah,
that granular details. If you can get somebody like that, dude, Rashford can be world class. Because before I always doubted like decision making is so bad. I think his peak. I always said it for so many years. His peak is a very good player, which is fine. Not
yeah,
everybody has to be world class, and I think a lot of times we use world class very loosely. Now,
yeah.
anyhow,
We use it
just use
very
it anyhow.
loosely. Yeah,
People just use it anyhow. So I think that's what his peak could be. But the more I've watched his progress over the last 2 seasons, I'm like, you know what? If this guy can get like people that can teach him like decision making, like okay, when this move is going, like this is where how I need to arrive into the box. This is what I need to
yeah,
do. Those granular details. If he gets that, oh, I think he can jump because he has this natural athletic ability that makes him. He makes him a prospect that defenders don't want to play against because he's the kind of player that
yeah,
always make defenders, running the other way. And
yeah.
defenders don't really like that. They don't like
No,
backing
no,
the player that makes them running because you have to be careful. If you go too tight, he's going to spin you. He's quick, acceleration, all of
yeah,
that.
and he's tricky too, right? Like he's quick, tricky. Yeah, and I've always said
Someone
it
says,
about.
how did Son get healed from his injuries? Just asking. Oh my goodness. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to respond to that. I was hoping when I heard Son was injured, I was then looking at United tie. I was like, oh, I hope this guy doesn't come back. When I saw their last game, who did they play their last game? Who they played last time
They
they played?
played who did they play in the last game?
They did not win, right? Did they win? They did not. They didn't win that
No, I
game.
don't think they did. I think they
They
tied them.
drew. They drew with who did they play? I don't even remember. I'll remember later. Whoever they played their last game. When I heard like I was waiting when I just saw Son starting. I'm like, no, why?
They played Newcastle 2-2.
Newcastle, yes. I remember that game. I remember that game very well. And Newcastle was like,
Like when we talk about Rashford, right, and our young players, this is why I've kind of said this in my previous recordings. Is I honestly feel I'm concerned for Greenwood, Mason Greenwood.
interesting. Tell me
You know,
why.
sorry.
Tell me why. I want
I
you
just
to
feel
get
like
this.
he's not. When you kind of look at the likes of like Phil Foden. Yeah, people
Mhm.
can argue and say, "Oh, Phil Foden is miles ahead of him." I think Phil Foden is a better player, but the big but is Phil Foden is the player he is now because of the way Pep has groomed him. Right? We can also have that argument. And it's they play two different roles. Like
Yeah,
Greenwood is a
absolutely.
striker, Foden is a midfielder. So first of
Slash
all, trying to
winger.
compare the two is not even fair, right? You can't
Yeah.
compare the two. They're two different skill sets. So, but for me, looking at what Greenwood did for us last season, that is somebody that could actually be a very, very good player. But under the system, is he getting the right development? Is he getting the right game time? Is he being managed well? You look at Rashford, the same thing. He came in under the latter days of Van Gaal. Then under Mourinho, toxic situation. Then now Ole, Martial, the same thing. People forget that Martial came when he was 19.
Yeah.
How many years? 6 years at Manchester United. What coach can we say has developed this kid? What striker has been on our squad, like world class striker, good striker, like the Rooneys, the Berbatovs, the all the Van Nistelrooys that he could have learned from? You know what I mean? Like you
No,
kind
I
of
agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
we at some point, I know people say, "Oh, the players, the players, the players, the players," but you also have to realize like development is a very key thing. Like
It
look
is.
at
It is.
Hudson-Odoi at Chelsea. He was basically on the bench under Lampard, and now he's one of Tuchel's go-to guys. Not as of late, but Tuchel has seen that quality in him and wants to develop that kid. Saka at Arsenal. I think Saka is not getting the best training, but at least he's getting the opportunity to develop himself. you know? So that's why I worry for these young kids that are coming here. Diallo is probably going to be the exact same story. So we need to be careful when we talk about when the coaches that were so gung ho about, oh, let the guy stay here because of progress. But at the end of the day, we could be hurting a lot of talent in the name of progress.
No, I see the good points you make. You make a lot of good points. I'm just going to say this though. You're right about everything you said about like one, in my opinion, not
Sorry,
having
man.
like
Whew. Did you see that Pogba in the box? Oh man,
this
this
guy.
guy
This
just.
guy.
Sorry,
I'm just
man.
not saying,
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
man.
The way he just three players around him, and the confidence, the calmness in the box to
Yeah.
hug at the ball, control
Has
it,
this scored?
and then lay it down to Bruno. Like it's just
Has this scored?
no, they haven't scored, but it was almost a goal. Like it was in the box, but I think somebody missed it. Well, it's just that composure, right? Like it is just quality. It's just the
Yeah.
quality that
He's
counts, man.
he's exceptional. I mean, reports are coming out yesterday that Manchester United has contacted Raiola, his agent, for a
Yeah,
contract. I saw the report. I don't know how true it is though,
Lord,
because
please,
I
man.
think I think a
Papa, do
lot of
not
people
sign
use
that contract. Do not sign that contract, man.
why
It's
we need
hard
our
though. Where
best
does he go
players.
though? Where does he go? That's the only thing is
We need
what does
our
he
best
need to
players
go?
though.
Sorry?
We need our best players to stay here. Man,
No,
if
man.
Pogba
No,
goes, man,
no best
let me
player,
explain
man.
something. If Pogba,
No,
no,
the
I'm going to say
fan
from
base.
two sides. I'm going to say from two sides. I'm going to say from two sides. I'll say from two sides. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll say from two sides now. From a Manchester United side, right? If Pogba goes, man, like I know we've made progress this season, but this season could literally replicate like the season coming could replicate what happened to Jose from the coming second, the next season we regress. Because if Pogba goes, right, bro, it's not going to be. And I say this because the following season, what happened, right? Mkhitaryan left, and people forget that second we came. A lot of it, right, the first half of the season was Mkhitaryan's form. Remember that form he was in the
yeah,
first 10 games? Like he was another. So we had like two creative outlets in that
yeah.
season. Then Mkhitaryan is obviously, I think, second half of the season his form fell off a cliff. Let's be. his form fell off a cliff. Let's be honest with
Let's be
that.
real about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the first half he was. So my point is, if we lose another main creative outlet in Pogba, and we try to replace it, or we say we want to replace it with Van der Beek or bring somebody, and it doesn't click, we will regress, right? We will regress because everybody will just hone in fully on Bruno. That's what's going to happen. Like what was happening to Pogba before Bruno came. Everybody will just hone in on Bruno. Everybody knows that, okay, Bruno or bust. And people will start doubling him, and they will start zone marking him, and we do not want that. So now let me speak from Pogba's point of view. I agree. Pogba, if I am Paul Pogba, I'm 28. I'm not waiting around for another rebuild. Why are you waiting around for a rebuild? You've done one. In fact, he's done one with Jose, didn't work out. He's pretty much done half of a rebuild already with Solskjaer. Not sure where it's really going. Yes, we progress. So if I'm Paul Pogba, I want to win right away. And if I've looked at the owners, the people who make the decision, the board. Oh, let me take the scoreline before people get on my back. I just realized I'm not taking the scoreline. Yes, 0-0 to me. Anybody that doesn't like it should argue with their whoever gives them their vaccine.
Oh, gee.
So the point I'm trying to make is from Pogba's point of view, yes. Why are you trying to wait around for another rebuild? You know why? If he has good advisors and looks at the way our board has operated for the 4 or 5 years he's been here, his best bet is to just be careful and think of, okay, which club looks best positioned to win right now based on the squad they have. You see what KDB, digressing a bit, KDB did sign his contract. He had data analytics, looked at the current squad of City, have discussion with them at the players they want to bring in. Like, are they going to remain competitive? Does he see himself winning more titles and Champions League, which is his dream with City?
Yeah.
When he did, and he came back with the report and he negotiated with them. Okay, because of that, yes, he thinks City are primed to still win Champions League over the next 3 years. So he extended his contract. Like, Pogba needs to make that kind of decision based on where he's going to for his own career. Because this is the reality, and I'm going to say this now, especially being a Pogba fan. If Pogba signs another new contract, right, all bets are off. All the excuses, people like me, or reasons, whichever part of the argument you stand on.
Yeah, that's so true.
All the reasons or excuses, we that like Pogba, again, I go back, whichever where you stand on, whether it's a reason or an excuse, all bets are off.
Yeah, that's so true.
So if he stays and he doesn't perform, and the performer I mean is he stays, he gets another inconsistencies where he has like bad 2 months. Because that's Pogba's bad 2 months, very good 3 months, and he doesn't win ultimately major titles. Because he's won with us, right? He's won Europa, he's won Carling, but that's not what we bought Pogba for. Is to win Champions League and Premier League. If he doesn't deliver anyway, whether it's his fault or it's not his fault, he went into that fully aware of the situation. And at that point, I'm like, nah, I'm not defending him. That's his problem. He saw it with his own eyes and he signed up. So if it doesn't go well, that's his problem. That's your fault. And that already tells me that since they've not given you any concrete reason that, oh, we're going to do this X, Y, Z, like they gave you before and they did not do it, and you now go and sign up, that tells me that he's just comfortable with status quo. If he does sign up, like, you know what, at least here I'm one of the big dogs. I can get a good paycheck. Like that's what I think anyway about Pogba. So
no, I totally agree with what you're saying, man. And like you said, if he signs a new contract, it's totally for the pay, because fans can kid themselves, fans can make emotional decisions, but I did not see the game plan that we have. Like someone needs to show me what is this game plan that we actually have here to win titles in the next couple of years. I don't see any. I just see other teams getting better and stronger.
Major titles. Let's be clear. Major titles. I believe major titles. Because I feel like we can win. We can still win this year's Europa. I'm not saying we will win it. I think we can, and I think we can nick an FA Cup or a Carling Cup next year, the following year. I think we can do that because we have talent, right? In the attacking pieces, we have talent. So I think we can
just have to have a good day. Yeah.
Yeah. So major titles, I would be shocked if we do it under this current process that they are selling to everybody. That we have.
Because even under Ferguson, like winning the European League, we only won it twice under him, and it was like based of 10 years between '99 and then we won it again in 2008. that
Yeah.
was a 10-year span, right,
Yeah.
between us winning it. So I look at the team that we had, and we still had to win it on penalties. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's true.
So
If,
I feel
if you
like
watch, if you go and watch that game, arguably, Spurs were the better team. I say Spurs.
I'm in
Chelsea
Chelsea.
were the better team in that
Yeah,
final.
exactly.
We
They were
played
the
well
better
the first
team.
half. But after that first half, they outplayed us. Second half, extra time. I remember that. I remember like just being glued to my seat and could not get up throughout that game.
Oh,
Like,
I was
what
just
is
like,
this?
Chelsea cannot win this. I was like,
Yeah,
Chelsea
what is
cannot
this?
win
Like
this.
Chelsea looked better than us in that game. I remember that. I was like, what is going on here? We
Yeah.
have Cristiano Ronaldo. We have everybody. What, like, they outplayed us in that game. They
Oh
outplayed us.
man. And that was one of Ronaldo's like best seasons at United too, right? So
Yes, that was his
um
best season, actually.
yeah. But it's but that's what I'm saying, right? It's and you basically took all the words from my mouth there when you said, like you kind of showed it from a club perspective. Yeah, if I'm just thinking about Manchester United, cool. Yeah, Pogba should stay and whatever. But I'm just looking at football in general and just saying, Pogba deserves better. This fan base that we have, they don't deserve the players. Some of the players that we do have, they don't deserve it because
This
this
fan base
same
don't
fan
deserve it.
base,
No, 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 no. Don't say
not
that.
everybody, but a lot of fans out. Trust me, man. You
A
see our
huge,
fans
you can
talking.
say a section. Yes, a section. I agree with you. A
A
section of the
section of the
fan base.
fan base, a huge section of
Yes.
the fan base. It has
But
to
why
be
do
a
you say
huge
that?
section.
Why do you say they don't deserve players? I know where you're going to, but I want you
They
to
don't
say it.
deserve it just because of the way we treat our players.
Okay.
We treat our players like they're just garbage. It's always the players' fault. We're second in the league for a reason. And I can tell it's not the football that we play, but our players are thrown on the bus all the time. Oh, it's Pogba this, is a virus. Oh, Bruno this, Bruno that, Rashford this, Martial.
You
We're
know
just
the thing that irritates me the most is when they started this Bruno versus Pogba thing. When that argument, I get pissed. I get irritated. I'm like, guys, you do know that it's okay for
to have
us to
two good
have.
players.
It's okay
Yeah.
to have four very good world class midfielders. You know, it's okay, guys. Like I had a discussion one time. I was so angry. You know, it's okay. This is big Manchester United. I think people have forgotten. I keep reminding people, this is big Manchester. This is not this is Manchester United, guys. You do know that, right?
But
So when people
it's
are
the
starting this
narrative, right?
whole
It's the narrative.
Pogba, Bruno, Rashford,
Yeah.
Martial, like 2 years ago, I'm just like,
Yeah,
it doesn't make any
last
sense.
season was Rashford, Martial.
Yeah,
But
Rashford, Martial.
it's the narrative, right? And this is where I look at fans and I'm like, what part of the problem is because we fall into these narratives. Remember, it was Pogba and Bruno couldn't play together, so Pogba was getting benched, and then we were doing this
I remember
ridiculous.
that. I remember
And
that. I
Pogba
remember that.
proved everybody
That
wrong.
irritated me so much.
Yeah, Pogba put everybody wrong. Then it became what was their name? Sorry, who's the guy that couldn't play? Yeah, Van de Beek can't. Now the narrative is that Van de Beek cannot fit on this team. Like,
You know that one? You know
are
that
you
thing? I'm
crazy?
waiting for him to do so well, whether it's with United, whether it's with another club, whatever. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for him to do so well. You know why? Because there's this narrative. Like I'm glad you talked about Van der Beek. I see a lot of pro Ole specifically. I'm going to hone in on them. Pro Ole United fans who are on this vendetta agenda against Van der Beek. Like literally, once he doesn't do well, or I think I saw one on it was a Twitter, and maybe Twitter is not a good, it's not a good demographics to judge. That
yeah. No,
section of
but
fans.
that's where a lot of the fan base are, right?
But the
In
pro
terms
ones
of
I follow, and these are people I follow, I know.
yeah,
Like they'll go and go and watch like his performance in the national team. Oh, look at Van der Beek. He doesn't even play for national team. But people will compare about Ole. I'm like,
they're
what?
crazy, man.
This makes no sense. This makes no sense, guys.
He had barely played
This
this
discussions
season. They
make
still
no
got picked up.
sense. This makes no sense. This is Van der Beek that one of the highly rated like footballers, dominated Champions League. Let's
Yeah,
say Dutch. Let's even say Dutch league for some reason is lower standard. Okay, but we see Champions League for whole season. Him, De Jong, Klaassen, Ziyech, all
yeah.
those
What's
guys
the guy's
ran
name? The
delete,
defender.
delete,
Yeah, delete.
delete.
Yeah.
They ran Champions League like they
If
were
the league
beating
came
teams.
here or the young came to Manchester United, the fans would be saying, and Ole benched them. Those same fans will be saying that the young doesn't deserve. The young is not good enough.
Bro, like when I see this Van der Beek is not good enough thing, it blows my mind. I'm like, how about we went and bought a player and we're not using like if you think about it, Josh. United's major problem now, regardless of any manager we've had since Ferguson has left, our major problem, if you hone into it, is our recruitment. We recruited players. We need to talk about side notes. Leicester. If Leicester bottle this top four to West Ham, who they have a significantly better squad than, and have had injuries because West Ham has lost Declan Rice. They've lost Antonio now.
If they bottle this for a while too.
If they bottle this top four to West Ham, I mean, all bets are off against Brendan Rodgers. All bets. I've been one of his major defenders. If he bottles this current one, oh my goodness. I'm not
that is so true. That is so true.
Like the lighthouse will focus on Brendan Rodgers, like full focus.
Focus on it,
Especially if West Ham, the key part is if West Ham ends up finishing above them. Everybody has to on that like full bright light. They roll it out and like, okay, Rodgers, I think there's some truth to this, your bottling tendencies.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Sorry, go ahead.
So going back to United before I digress, I honestly think that our major problem, we've recruited players and not know how to utilize them. We've we've recruited players and not know the best position. Like our squad construction based on how we bought players and what those players are supposed to be used for. Across managers has been very, very subpar.
Yeah.
Because when you think, and that's why you see all the same players that everybody will criticize, oh, they are terrible. Almost all of them leave United and go on
to do better things
very well in other places.
They refine their form.
Yes.
They rediscover their form.
Because we've recruited that is the thing that like really, really blows my mind, and that needs to start. And that is something personally that comes away from the manager, right? Because at some point, the one constant that has been there has been the board, Woodward, all these. They are the ones that have been the one constant for 7-8 years now. So at some point, some people need to sit down and say, okay, we've done this thing of like recruiting, and we're getting like, why are we the only ones out of all these clubs who are recruiting players like throughout these 7-8 years? And let me land. Almost all of them, like when you look at our hit to success ratio, we probably have the lowest out of everybody.
Yeah,
I'm not adding Arsenal to, so Arsenal fans, they're not part of this. Because I'm comparing to okay, you go to City, people complain about their defenders. Their hit to success ratio has been way high. If you go to Liverpool, they are like the gold standard for success ratio. Their success ratio has been like incredible. You know, if you maybe only Keita, you can say since Klopp has come there, there has been no one I say okay, has not worked out. Every of their transfers worked out. Almost every. Go to Leicester, we just talked about. Almost all their transfers have worked out under like partly under Ranieri, also under Rodgers. Go to Spurs for that period under Pochettino, their transfers worked out. You know, some of them are even working out. To be fair to Jose, Højbjerg and Reguilon have been very good signings.
They've been good signings. Yeah.
Who else? You go to Chelsea. Yes, they've had like striker problems, but their signings have worked out.
They're saying just they're working now, but what was the change? The coach.
No, I am even saying over a long period of time. I'm saying over this period of time. I'm going back to when we started underperforming now. I'm going all the way back to 2013, right? Just look at all their signings, the Matiches, the Diego Costa, even they were short burst, the Fabregas, just N'Golo Kante. Just look at it. They've had hits more than failures, but we are the ones that manager after manager, key signings that should be the spine, form the spine of your team. Our hit to success ratio is pretty poor. And until fans sit down and look at this thing and say, just write. I told somebody on my friends to make things very simple. Just one day sit down and write all these players out from 2030. Just write down.
It's a lot of players, man.
And when you write it out and see the same players that they don't criticize that, oh, they were just not that good. We thought they were good. Now look at after post United, look at all these players and look at the careers they've had. At some point, people need to sit down and say, okay, something is going on here that is very, very wrong. Until we do that, we're just fooling ourselves. I think until we do that, because that's why you see me, as much as you know, a lot of the points people who complain about the manager, I agree with. That's one reason I don't jump on the manager's back, because I feel like he just got put into a situation where it's like, oh shit, I'm going to come here. I need United more than United needs me. Social knows that. No. This is not a slight.
That's true. That's true.
He doesn't have pedigree. So he's going to like play the good guy. Then, despite all this, he's also doing a good job, you know. But you have to understand the expectations. Like, okay, how is the recruitment process flowing? Who is driving the philosophy? Like, okay, 3 years time, this is what we want to do. Who's doing all of that time? We are still doing the same thing, tying it to the manager. We're just tying
Yeah.
it to the manager. Like somebody above him should be driving all of these things.
Yeah. I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense, man. What you're saying does make a lot of sense. I think as much as we blame the board a lot, and that makes sense. Like, recruitment starts from the board, right? But a lot of teams, when you look at a lot of teams that have sporting directors, the sporting
Yeah,
directors working with the coaches decide the signing of players, right? We don't have
absolutely.
a sporting director, so yeah, there is a bit of a, but that's a lot of clubs. Like, let's not act like United is the only team that doesn't get the players that they want, and blah blah blah. But
We're not. We're not
the
the way to. I do.
reality is people always say, a lot of the Ole ins or people who love Ole, they keep saying, "Oh, we've tried other managers, it didn't work." What managers have you tried? So we started with David Moyes,
Yeah, no,
bam,
I hate the
out,
argument when people say that.
out. Van Gaal. Van Gaal was a top coach in the 90s. We bought him at the end. Yeah, he had the great World Cup with Holland, but he was kind of past his prime. You know what I
He
mean?
was.
And
No, he
he
definitely
did
was.
okay. You know what I mean? Then we had Jose. In my opinion, Jose was done from the time he left Real Madrid. That last hurrah he had at Chelsea was just basically carrying on some legacy. But the Mourinho who left Real Madrid was done.
He
So
wasn't the same guy when he came back.
we got a defeated Mourinho.
I agree.
And then we've now gone to a coach that has, yeah, he has 10 years of coaching experience, but what has he done in those 10 years that we can say that should be coaching the biggest club in England and one of the biggest clubs in the world?
Yeah.
So when people tell me about, oh, we've gone through coaches, it doesn't work. No, that's false. Yeah, we went through coaches. Did we go through the right coaches?
Yeah.
Right. So, and then the coaches that we do have, it becomes this stubbornness of that partly the board to blame. There's a lot of, I know every coach has their favorite players that they want. They have their favorite team and whatever. But when Coach Ole is doing the exact same thing Mourinho did, the only difference is because Ole is a fan favorite, he's a club legend.
And it's not as toxic,
He's
to be
not,
fair.
he's not successful, yeah, but because
No, it's
he's
not as
Ole,
toxic. That's what I'm saying.
people look over it.
It's not as
The fact
toxic.
that he has his select players and he's going to play them, doesn't matter what happens. He's playing those players. He's not going to try anything different when it's not working. That's my issue. So when we talk about all the players that have come in, world-class players, good players, quality players that have come in and done well, Jesse Lingard, look at all those players that have come and gone. Why are they doing much better? You don't play them. You don't try to incorporate them into the teams. You just kind of just let it go, and then the players try to defend. I mean, fans are defending that it wasn't his signing. Tell me what coach in world football is getting the signings that they wanted. Tell me, like, name me one. Name me one. So this whole myth, yeah, the board is to blame, but the board has also spent money. Look at those players that we've bought with a proper coach. Di Maria, like you said, Mkhitaryan. We had Memphis Depay. We had so many of these good ballers flatlined. For what? Lukaku. Look, like just the list goes on,
Yeah.
guys. So I don't know, as much as you're trying to blame the board has brought in quality players.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think the coaches get blamed too. Oh, don't get me wrong. I just say I'm tired of focusing on it because I know that there's a big likelihood that even when they make the change, if they ever make the change, they're going to get the next one wrong. Do you get my point? That's all I'm saying.
Then we keep trying, man. Like, look at Chelsea. They'll keep recycling until they get it right. They get it right. It
Yes,
doesn't work
but the
again.
reason is
That's
the reason is
football, man.
the reason is decision behind it, though, right? Is the decision behind it. Chelsea want to win, Josh. Chelsea want to win. You understand my point? Their owner
That's so
wants
true.
to win. That thing is the most deciding factor. I keep telling people the owner wants to win. He doesn't care. He wants to
That's
win
so
so
true.
much that he has like outside consultants and analytics, right? He has
Yeah.
outside analytics that they have a model. I don't know. A lot of people don't know that it's about Chelsea. I know Chelsea fans probably do, but other fans don't know that. But they have like outside consultants, analytics who look into like based on the squad talent they have, Where should it be at a certain point in time? What is the peak of it? What is the bottom? Like, what is the trough of it? Where should it? Like, they do that, and they report all these things to, like, their Bruce, what's their name? I think their chairman, to their owner Abramovich, Marina Granasfield. They report all these things to them. So that's why they don't care. They follow that model. He gave a this thing this season now. He gave an interview this season. That was one of his few interviews. What's his name?
The owner of Chelsea, or the
yes, Abramovich on Forbes. He gave an
yeah.
interview on Forbes, yeah. And he, like, broke all this, like, we're going to stick to our. Oh, it looks like Højbjerg is injured.
Is he?
It looks like him.
No, I think he just had to step out for a second.
Ah, okay, he's not injured. He's just doing the I want to give someone yellow card thing. Oh.
No, he's back on.
He's back on. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I forget you're ahead of me. So I think that's the critical thing about them. Like, he wants to win so much that he has put in effort and say, okay, based on this thing, I'll spend all this money, but I want to make sure I'm spending my money correctly, because he has made some mistakes too, right? But I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, but that's life, though. You make mistakes,
yeah.
like
I agree. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, the reason why people should not compare us to Chelsea is, like, the intention. The owner wants to win so much. He wants to win, and he wants to stay winning. And once you have that intention, if we had that intention, Josh, we would have got it right by now. I guarantee you. Yeah. After the first one that was wrong, or the second one, by now we would have got it right. We don't really. What we are trying to do is just stay competitive. Hey, let's get top 4. Oh, let's get that. That's what we're trying to do.
That was almost another Pogba assist to Cavani again.
Oh, really?
Cavani was it a corner? Well, I think Cavani. Yeah. Wait, did Lloris save that, or did that just go out?
I feel like I'm so weird.
Oh, the defender deflected the cross. That would have been another. Okay, looks like Cavani and Pogba have been practicing this week. They've been running those drills. Yeah, man, this is where it pisses me off. Like, I don't know why Pogba hasn't playing defensive mid. Like, this whole thing just disgusts me, man. Like, it's just frustrating to watch. Like, you're having your best attacking player.
That's where the space is. Wan-Bissaka. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Cavani seems to be on it today. His runs, his movement.
Well, because we're getting boxes of balls into the box, right? That's literally our problem. Is we don't build, but once again, you have somebody who's up front, so we're creating a bit more. We have a certain player that is actually playing attacking, so we're actually creating a bit more than we typically do.
All the rumors coming out that he's going to leave.
Who?
Cavani.
Cavani? Yeah, I heard that he rejected the contract extension.
It would be nice for him to stay, though. He's.
You know what? Like, he's on too much money, man. Like, he's on what, 360 a week?
Is he?
Yeah, he's on something ridiculous. I don't think he's on less than 200. I mean,
yeah, I think he's on 200. You're right, 200 or 250. That's correct. I think so. Siama says Spurs players Neymaring around. Wow. Yeah. You know, this leave my guy. Leave my guy. Neymar gets kicked a lot.
He does get kicked a lot, though. Like,
because of his style. Because his style is kind of always disrespectful. Like, you know, he always wants to, like, disrespect players.
Yeah.
Always angry
and he's not. He's a very, like, he's different from, like, Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was just, like, very strong and quick
and direct.
So, like, you couldn't even, like, touch Ronaldinho because he was gone. You know what I mean? Like, he was just so strong.
Body movement was,
one of my favorite players, man.
The Liverpool fan says, "See, Amara, I thought a sniper bullet hit him. I was about to write an eulogy." Oh my goodness. Next comment, say, "Damn, you guys look good. Thanks, Dr. Sakat."
Yo,
I'm assuming you mean me and Josh. Josh, it looks like you have a fan that says you look good.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. We try, man. I had a good night's sleep.
First time, yeah. We know you always up and about, Josh. We know. Always up and about in town. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too old to be doing that kind of weekend on a daily. You know, once in a while, it's nice to have fun, but
She says, Dr. Saka, that's what I thought too. I think she's responding to the Neymar comment. Dr. Saka said Neymar will be proud of his son.
no pun intended.
No pun intended. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. Siama is laughing. Pogba is playing well though.
Yeah, he deserves a goal and assist in this game, man.
Oh, you didn't tell me that McTominay almost scored? Are you watching?
Yeah, it was a nice shot. The goalie saved it. Ooh.
That's been a good game. I think we can equalize. As long as we don't consider second goal, I think we can equalize in this game. Spurs they are a team that easily just, you know.
Yeah, we can definitely, and that's one thing we have is we always have a goal in us. I can't say 2 goals, but we always have a goal in us. Just because we have enough quality up front, right?
We do.
It's just
we have senior men.
Oh, okay. Fred with the assist. Fred with the goal.
Fred scored?
Yeah. A rebound from Cavani's well, he assisted Cavani, but then Cavani, the goalie saved it, but he got the rebound. Nice follow through from Fred, man. All you Fred haters out there, man, stop that nonsense. Not saying that he's a United player to start week in, week out, but he's decent.
Let me see the goal. Yeah, you guys are ahead of me. This sucks so much. When last did this score for us? 2018?
Yeah.
Am I getting this wrong? Or 2019? My goodness. Fred last score was like 3 years ago.
Well, he plays too deep though for him to be getting.
No, I don't expect him to.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this guy wasn't offside though.
No, I think we should be fine. No, I think we're good.
Yeah, Lucas, okay.
No, because Cavani wasn't off, and he.
Okay, that's fine. If I don't know, that's fine. That's the person I was worried about. I just looked at him. I hope he's not off there.
Okay, now the game has opened.
Yep.
Okay. It's opened up.
Oh, yeah, that run was perfect. Yep, onside. Let me change the scoreline 1-1. I hate that. I can't enjoy this because you guys are ahead of me. That was a good goal. It sucks. Go, says Dr. Saka. Sema says Pastor Fred. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Frederick. Yeah, game has opened up now because they need to win. They need to win.
Yeah.
They have to go for it. Oh wow, he's played 100 games already. Yeah, he's one of social.
Well, he's played like pretty much. Remember, he played all of last season because we had nobody. Till Bruno came in, but he was Fred was basically our main guy.
He was playing everything. You're right. I forget that. I do forget that.
He was the man of the match in like every game.
Someone says Fred finally unlocked. The Saka got jokes. He's playing well. Pastor Fred has scored. Fred finally unlocked. I don't know about unlocked. We need to upgrade, but that was good. It's good for his confidence.
Yo, wherever Pogba is playing right now, this is where he should be playing for us, man. Like, I'll handle the pivot if it means that he's playing as our cam. I'll handle that. He's not a cam. I know he's not, but I think he does a better job.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, I think Bruno is better off on the wing, man.
He's driving through them.
Bruno's play, he's just better. Like, I'm not saying Bruno is not good, but his style of play is not. He's not a cam for us. He doesn't play cam. Yeah, the way we set up today, I don't mind this. Like, we can actually work on this setup. Like, I don't mind the pivot with Fred and McTominay if this means like if Pogba is playing where he's playing today, because like that's why we've been so we've looked so dangerous going up front.
Yes, but Pogba is running through players, right? He's beating players.
Yeah, he's beating players. That's his quality, right? Is running from deep, running into the box, like not trying to be clearing out balls and stuff, you know.
Clearing and folding. Oh wow! You didn't tell me Henderson saved the ball. This guy giving me this thing now. Like, let me
Wait, what? Oh, my bad, man. Just been focused. The game just kind of lit up a bit.
a little bit. Okay,
Yeah, I did.
that was a good save by Henderson from regular. Was that regular or was that song?
Oh, oh, geez, that was like because I'm on 61 now.
Oh, that was against Son. Yeah, that was a save against Son.
Yeah, it's definitely fourth and back. Like, yeah, the game is definitely anyone's to win right now.
I know that. I knew he's gonna do that. It's like, nah, I don't.
Ooh, don't, okay. Oh man, Bell almost pulled.
It's like I know Jose Mourinho doesn't like this. This is uncomfortable for him. He's such a that's
Mourinho
another
is
risk.
like, yeah, he's like,
That's
I was
another
hoping
risk
to take.
averse manager. I was like, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. This game is
Yeah,
way too much. I need to close that space.
he's like, I was hoping to take off Ndombele and bring on Sissoko. I
Like,
guess Sissoko is on now, but
yeah,
somebody
I need
had
to
to
close that
go.
space.
I think
Sissoko used to be our
Chelsea.
problem, dude. Anytime we used to play them back in the days, I didn't like this. What happened?
No, Pogba. That pass, like, no, it wasn't a good pass.
Dr. Saka said, "Hey, why this is a great thing you started. Really enjoying this. Wonder why aren't more people joining in? I don't know. I think a lot of people, like watching the game. Ooh, I see what you mean. I saw that Ndombele's pass. Henderson came out again. Henderson coming out from his line. That helps a lot.
Yeah,
Says,
man,
I
definitely
wonder
helps
why
if you guys.
why
Yeah,
more people
definitely
aren't
helps if you
joining
guys
in.
share it.
Dr. Saka, share it to a lot more people. Share the streams anytime. We have another review at 1:30. If you can help us share it, share the stream. I think a lot of people, if I go to take a guess, a lot of people just like watching the game. They just like this back and forth thing. Watch other people talk about it. People don't like it, and that's fair. But I think a lot of people too like it. So maybe it's just not reaching enough people as much as it should. But yeah, thanks for the comment. Thanks for the support.
Appreciate
Share,
it.
like, subscribe to Jay Social's channel. Also, subscribe to his channel. CMR says Jay
Oh,
Social,
my bad.
you need to be giving us real time updates. Something is slow out here. So maybe it's
Everyone is
United
lagging
States.
behind.
Yeah, maybe it's United States thing, and it's normal. Because me, I'm just like, why am I blind? Because I logged on purposely to avoid this. Like, I've logged on like even before the stream started. Oh, Bruno almost scored. You didn't tell me that one. Man. You didn't tell me. You need to give us real time
Man,
updates.
this stuff is going on so fast right now. Well, Luke Shaw just had a corner. Pogba had a missed. Well, the game is going fast now, man. I'm actually like, okay, the pressure is on me now.
Yes, give us updates. Give us updates. Bruno almost scored. Wow, that was a good shot. Hugo Lloris is a very awkward guy.
Yeah, but he's a solid goalie, though. He makes some mistakes, but he's
Yeah.
a reliable goalie.
He make a mistake in key games, but then he will have like blinding saves sometimes. It's like I never know where to place. I really never know where to place Hugo Lloris.
Like, he's that like safe goalie to have. Like, he's like that safe guy. Just yeah, I don't know. I think he's okay. I think he's okay. He's not like, I don't think he's world class, but I think he gets the job done. Which sometimes, honestly, with with goalkeepers, you don't really need to have the best goalkeeper in the world, right? Like, you just need to have somebody who's reliable, who has a good head on his shoulders, and you're good. You know what I mean? But if you have good enough system and a defense, then your goalkeeper doesn't have to do too much.
I agree. No, I mean, I agree there. You don't need like a blinding goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I think we have stepped it up this second half. But I wonder why will we start slow, man? That's one that needs to be investigated. That's one trait we share a lot with Arsenal.
With Tottenham or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal is the worst.
Slow.
Like, Yeah, we start slow. We start slow. Arsenal just concedes too early. They just like make the game so much harder for themselves.
That's true. That's very
That was
true.
nice pass again, guys. Corner
Going out to who?
for Manchester United.
Yeah. TMI says Loris is saving sports big time. Yeah, we agree. He's made some good saves. Dr. Sakat says, y'all got a young, fast-paced front three. Martial, Greenwood, Rashford. I love to see that front three. Pogba is a 10. Fred and McTominay play back for breaking the counters. United should be doing more harm. Wonder what's holding y'all back.
Almost a Bruno assist for Pogba, but he couldn't get his footing right. Oh my goodness! Right in front of the goal too.
Oh, really? Not that
Yeah.
I'm complaining. I'd rather see y'all in conference if it was up to me. We know that.
No, we're playing well now though. I think Ole kind of
Lead the
because
rocket.
Pogba is really playing like Cam now. He's playing
He
that number
switches.
10 role.
He switches, right? He was on the left before, but you know what?
Yeah, now like Bruno is on the left now. Yeah.
No, Bruno is on the right. Rashford is on the left.
On the right.
Yes,
Bruno is on the right.
And
Pogba is now the 10.
I don't think we're playing the diamond, though. I think you're just saying this. People keep saying we're playing the diamond.
Yellow card for. Oh, Luke Shaw just got a yellow card.
What was that?
That was soft.
You said?
Oh, you just saw the Bruno Pogba chance?
Yeah.
No, that was like I feel like you should have controlled it.
I was going to go crazy here if Pogba scored that, right? Well, now,
I think you should have controlled it instead. Yeah. But it's kind of easy to say that, but when you're in the moment.
Oga Kwame says the diamond is actually not looking bad. Credit to Uli on that end.
Yeah, I've got to say that.
It's good to hear Kwame giving him credit. Next comment is from Dr. Sakat. Why are y'all on per Metusaka speed watching the game and coming with updates? Tiara and me are doing Mbappe sprints in the comment section. Hey, I'll blame it on the Canadian Josh.
I'm always behind, man.
The Canadians are always behind. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just hit it once. Don't need to do the back heel.
Yeah.
Spurs is getting frustrated. We need to capitalize. I agree.
Yeah, we're getting chances though, so we just need to. One is to fall to Rashford, I guess, because he's like our most clinical finisher.
He is. He absolutely is. Because it almost feels like the change they made them worse. Is it just me? Like I'm talking of Spurs change. It feels like they made them worse.
Because they brought in Sissoko and took in. I think they took off.
Chelsea.
Yeah, they brought Sissoko on, which is kind of probably slowed down their midfield. Yeah, Pogba is definitely man of the match in this game, man. This guy is he's alive.
You know, he always, like you said, he always steps in for this guy.
Yeah.
There's an article that came out about Jose Mourinho's time in Manchester United. I read it today from the Athletic. Oh my goodness. You need to read the article. Like all the things, the stage bus stop. Remember that bus stop that he staged where he like could have talked to Pogba in the dressing room, but waited when he was in front of the cameras to talk about the whole.
Oh yeah,
I remember telling people that this thing was staged, man. A lot of people gave me so much heat for this now. Now people have come out, like United have reported that thing was staged now. I'm just like, it was so obvious it was staged, you know? But people could not use that.
Mourinho never does anything without thinking.
Yeah, people just like to get stuck in their emotions. I was telling people that this thing is staged. Like he's doing this thing on purpose. A lot of people today turned on Pogba because of that incident. I remember.
Yeah.
So it's
I find it very funny. The problem with a lot of times, with some people is they.
Sorry, since they're giving us a lot of heat about saying comments too late. Dr. Cass says, I don't agree. It depends on how your team play. Without someone like Alisson or Ederson, City and Liverpool won't be as effective. You think All Black or Neuer at the moment, or Munich at Atletico or Munich would have dominated? Well, that's a fair point. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, especially like in the finals, like Neuer.
That's a fair point. Having a keeper who can use his feet. is very critical to the way you play. No, I agree with him. That's a fair point. Yeah,
No,
I like this free roll for Pogba. I like it. Him arriving the
so,
ball in the box,
sorry,
all of that.
Tottenham
I
free
like it.
kick.
Hey, see
Sorry.
Maguire.
Tottenham. Okay, good. Out for a goal kick. You're good. No, I like the setup. Whatever the setup is, I don't know if it's just because we're playing Tottenham, but I'm liking the setup. Like I said, I would still like to see Van der Beek in there instead of McTominay, but
Yeah,
you
we'll
know
do
what?
that.
Sometimes you can, beggars can be choosers. Sometimes you just gotta go with the best scenario possible. So Rashford is out, Mason Greenwood in.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Rashford
Rashford,
is
he needs some
playing
rest
injured.
too. He's still,
He's playing injured.
yeah.
Players, man. I like how coaches just like emotionally blackmail players into playing injured. That thing blows my mind. And it's not just
Looks like
Simeone's bullying. A lot of coaches do that. Joe Mourinho used to do that. A lot of people used to do that.
yeah.
Pep used to do that in Bayern. It's just blackmailing players to play injured.
I think it's just sometimes when you don't really have a system that works, right? You rely on individual players. So because of that, Fred is in the scoring mood today.
Oh, why? He has scored again.
No, he had a nice shot, but he got deflected. Looked
Okay.
like he was on target.
His confidence, right? His confidence is up.
Yeah. You see,
Oh, I think also.
this is my issue, right? Like this is where if Ole was smart, we're definitely dominating right now. We're having actually Henderson just saved the Kane shot. Actually, this is like really open, man. This is 50-50
He's open.
right here.
And he can afford to be open, right? Like I said, we have nothing to lose. We're comfortable. We're chilling in second spot, right? We're
Yeah,
chilling. Like that's why I expected an open game. We're chilling.
man, this game is really open.
Like only if, and the only thing Social is probably going for here is to say, oh, so I can come and say, oh yeah, we got closer to City. That's
Yeah,
the only thing.
and we beat a top 6 team too, or
Yeah,
a top 6 club.
correct.
But to me, this is where like we're doing really well right now.
I'll let you
This
take
is
this
where I
question.
would be taking
Let's
off
take this question
McTominay.
before they jump on our
Sorry,
back.
go ahead.
Doctor says Pogba out here auditioning for Juventus return. Whatever happened to the guy? Whatever happened to the guy? He was great in Turin.
Sorry.
I'll let you answer this. See,
Oh,
Pogba
geez. Oh, man.
auditioning for Juve. What happened to the guy? He was great in Turin. Answer that question.
Man, I think we've had these conversations a lot, man. I think at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I just feel like the Pogba we saw at Juventus was a different environment, a different team, even a different role that he played, right? And coming to Manchester United, we thought that Pogba was going to be the franchise player, but if you look at Pogba's career, he's never been the what's it called, the hero in the team. He's always been that link that gets the
You
team
didn't tell
going.
me Ori missed a open net. Wow. You didn't tell me about that. The chance Ori missed. Ori missed like a sitter.
Oh, geez, I didn't even see that one. I think I was focusing on the question. Right?
Okay.
Greenwood just missed a shot too. Greenwood, man, Greenwood needs to pass a bit more.
Oh, it
Like
was offside. It would have been offside anyway.
Greenwood needs to pass a bit more, man. He needs to put that into his game, like passing.
So yeah, give you a quick response so that I can move to the next
I don't know.
question.
Yeah, just a quick response. I think we can't really judge. It's hard to compare the Pogba at Juve to the Pogba at Manchester United because, like I said, it's just two different. It was two different teams in the sense of the quality levels dropped significantly. Like when you think about who was in the midfield with Pogba,
Mm-hmm.
McTominay, Herrera was okay, but you're going to compare that with Pirlo, and also the structure. Like Pogba was playing a bit more defensive. If you noticed, his gameplay was different. So I think when we look at Pogba, I think we saw a bit of the Juventus Pogba when Ole first came in to the club, and glimpses when we've seen him play at the top, like more forward playing. So I think it's very unfair to say where's the Pogba from Juventus, because even when he was at Manchester United, he won the World Cup and he was a key player in the World Cup for France, and has been a key player for France. So I think it's the system that we play, and it's just the way our structure is. That's what I would say about Pogba.
Fair
If
point.
that made sense. Sorry, guys.
Fair point. Fair point. I agree. Next comment. Oh yeah, she's referring to Dr. Saka. Say, leave our Pogba alone. Face your front. I agree. Leave Pogba alone. And focus on your Ronaldo and Kabak. The fact that you are probably going to get your ass handed to you on Tuesday.
Yeah, we need a goal right now, man. I think we've played well today, man. I honestly cannot fault anyone. It sucks that we conceded that goal, but it is what it is. But I think we played well as a team.
This has been one of our best performances since.
Yeah.
I don't remember. These have been one of our best games performances so far. Like Pogba has played very well. Bruno has played very well. Did we score the free kick? Or we did not score it?
Oh no, we didn't score it. It deflected off the defender.
Siamara says, I agree, we've played well. If you're watching live stream, like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to Jay's socials also.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but I honestly, sorry, man, I was just responding to a text here. But yeah, honestly, I think
next comment says what? Next comment from Dr. Sakat says, wow, this is a.
Someone said Pablo must have chosen the team sheet.
That is a good one.
Facts, man. He's like, no, I'm not playing. I'm not, picking up on people's messes right here. I want to be up front.
Someone said exactly, good answer. And if AY remembers that, he really said this was a mistake when transfer happened. It was like, we'll see. I still have the memo. Seriously, though, the difference, Fergie, you can't replace him and expect replacement to perform up to his standards immediately. Doesn't happen that way. And the all being listed, the company also is a huge factor. What's BEP? What's BEP and United haven't been great since Fergie left? I don't know what that means.
What's a BEP?
Dr. Saka, please, in the comment, let us know what BEP means.
Oh, Cavani. Sorry, I just looked up. Cavani scored. Yes. I just looked up.
Let me change
Cavani.
it.
Let's go. Let's go. I like this.
And that comeback from behind win.
This is the kind of win that I can celebrate. This is the kind of win I can celebrate because we've actually played some football today. So, okay, so Bruno with the ball. Oh, so Lindelof.
Was it and that Lindelof assist? Interesting. Didn't do one.
No, it was a Mason assist. A Mason assist. Nice. Oh, that was a typical FIFA goal.
Let me see it.
Okay, with the diving header. Nice.
He looked like he was on it today. You could see his movements. His movements have been so good.
No, Cavani's movement, that is something that he's been
El Matador. He has to do that celebration. He has to do it. Oh, this is why I miss Bayi. Bayi will do that. He tend to do that celebration. Bayi is one of my most hilarious United players. When he tell somebody that do the celebration. Oh, someone said black eyed peas. Oh, Dr. Saka, get out of here. See, that hasn't been good since black eyed peas. That's what you mean. You're making me feel like grandpa. What is BEP? Black eyed peas. Yeah, Cavani, El Matador. That was a wonderful goal. See that pass by Greenwood. Oh, one time. We've missed this Cavani, man. Since he's been injured, we've missed this Cavani
Yeah,
so much.
I think the balance of the team has been great. Like we've had some good balance. Man, Aurier needs to like retire from taking shots, man. He's pulling a Pastor Fred here.
Like, this has been a good performance. Good performance, good
Yeah,
comeback. This
I'm
has been
happy
a
for
very good.
Mason, man. Mason has been playing. He's been one of our better players in the last couple of weeks. So it's nice to see him. I like to see him score a goal, which he did actually. He scored against AC Milan, right? Did he?
Oh, Mason? No,
Oh,
he scored
he
against.
scored against. Was it
Yes,
Brighton that he scored?
yes, Brighton.
Yeah, it was
Brighton.
Brighton he scored. Yeah, Brighton.
Dr.
Okay, this is
Sakasis
one
Cavani
like
has shown
Ole.
his pedigree since
This
this
one
has
like
been
okay.
transfer.
What is a Van de Beek at this point? Like, this is the point that just like get the guy on the field, man. Like,
But
I
you know,
just don't get this like ridiculousness with Ole, man.
someone says that Cavani showing his pedigree since his transfer. That's true. He's been good. Yeah, he was. There was time he was kind of poor for like a month, but I think that was just yeah. But he's been. I mean, he's been good.
But people need to stop this, man. Like, all our strikers have been poor.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
say, "Oh, Martial doesn't run. Martial doesn't do this." What has Martial done? What has Cavani done that Martial hasn't? You know what I mean? Like, they still get the same number of touches. Their goal ratios are basically
his
the
movement is better. Though, to be fair, Cavani's
same.
movement is better.
Not really, though. They have the same goal contributions.
I say his movement. His movement in the box
Yeah,
is
but what
better.
is movement though if you're not getting fed the ball? If you're not
Yeah,
getting
no,
any
no, that's fair. That's fair. That's
yeah,
a
if
fair
you, that's
comment.
what we're saying is not the striker per se, is our midfield. Like
No, no,
today,
no,
like
that's
we're
fair.
saying, there's a reason why our midfield has actually been solid today because of how we restructured it.
Yeah,
If Pogba was playing where McTominay is playing next to Fred, and we had Bruno where Pogba is, we would have had such a gaping hole in the midfield. And that's where we're not going to be creating the same chances that we're creating. No, it's not a knock on Bruno or a knock on our players. It's just you've got to play to how our players' strengths and
I agree.
skills.
I agree. Someone says the body gets injured during the Cavani celebration. That's funny. Oh Lord.
Oh my. Oh, okay, good. Whew.
Every
Lindelof
time I
was taking chances there. Wasn't that off though? I think Oreo was off.
every time I was going to say something. Every time I do this NBC Sports Predictor, I don't know if you play that thing. I get everything wrong nowadays. Like what the
NBC
hell?
Sports. What?
Yeah, NBC have a sports predictor app where you can predict like Premiership games.
Oh,
It's just predict. You don't. It's not like a betting thing. Just a predictor thing. If you get it right, you can get a chance to be part of a $50K and win.
oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. But there was a time I got 4 out of 5 right and I missed the fifth one. I was so sad. That was the closest I've been. But in recent times, I'm not even getting anyone right anymore. Lamela is another weird player. So, Dr. Saka said, you're totally ruined his confidence. Donny van der Beek.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't
literally,
know if
man.
you
Like all the players, Lingard's confidence on the ground, Lukaku, everybody that has Diallo, Dallo, all of it, you know. Like I was watching Bean Sports. I think it was for the
So this is response to you. It says Cavani is a poacher. He will score if he's in the correct place.
You
He
sure
will
he
score if
holds
he's in the
better than
correct place.
Martial? I
Holds
think
better than
Martial is the better link-up player, man.
I agree to that too.
Cavani
Yes,
outside the box, he loses the
he
ball a
has
lot,
better hold
man.
of play.
Yeah, I think Cavani outside the box, he loses the ball a lot. In the last game he played, he like lost possession. I can't even count how many times.
I didn't tell me Tottenham had a close chance. Wow, they almost got there. I just saw that.
Was it the one with Lindelof?
No, the second, like the corner kick.
Oh yeah, my bad.
We need to give us this commentary, man.
I'm just looking at clear-cut chances, man. I'm just joking.
Now we got clear chances. Yeah, I think this one is wrapped. This one's wrapped up.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Cavani.
Wow,
Mason
Cavani's on a slip. Cavani almost scored an own goal, right? That was almost an own goal in that header. I'm still way behind you.
Yeah. Cavani's on form though. Man, Cavani's tired, man. Ole, like, just like substitute some players, man. Like, this guy's a
See, question
clown.
for you, Josh. You take this question. So, so Con wants to stay in the EPL. Pep has no issues if he joins the rival. Why not get
It's
him
Aguero. Yeah.
on a short-term contract? Social already kind of ruled this out. I think, if I remember, I heard that sometime.
No,
Couple
I
of
wouldn't be doing that, man. Like, we can't become the dumping ground. Like, we're not Arsenal. Just like how, but it's true. The Arsenal is like the Chelsea dumping ground. Like, Arsenal just seems to keep getting all the retired Chelsea players for some reason. But
yeah,
United were becoming that like dumping ground for strikers who just want to get that one last, paycheck.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Aguero would be nice, don't get me wrong, but I think he'll be better suited for like the Spanish league right now or the Italian league. Just
I think he also has like this
injury
degenerative
record.
injury.
Yeah, the injury record. Yeah, I think he will do better in Spain or in
I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. That the injury he has is degenerative, like he's gonna have it again, something like that. Nah, we don't. I don't
yeah.
think he's doing that anymore. But hey,
Come on, Pogba, get
yeah,
up. Okay, good. That's when I see Pogba on the ground. I'm like, not another injury. He's basically like one or two injuries away from being like injury prone,
I agree. I don't disagree
which
with
is
you.
not good for a career, right? It's not good, especially when
He gets an
once
injury
you hit
almost
like
every season.
28, late 20s.
He gets an injury every season. You're right. I don't disagree. I said that I was Charles, like he gets injured a lot nowadays, and I don't like it.
And it's always when he's just like hitting form too.
You're right.
Nice tackle from Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is like, get out of my house, son. Well, he's paying rent right now.
One-on-one defending. He's very good at one-on-one defending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one is home, man. I think so. But let me not speak too soon. But I think this is done.
Yeah. Bale could still pull something, but you never
We'll
know.
close the gap now. We've closed the gap to City, right?
But the
It's going to be
defenders that
11,
we have, though,
it's going to be
sometimes
11
it could
points,
be.
right? It closes it to 11 points, right? With the game in hand. So we close
Yeah,
it
11
to 8.
points. Yeah.
Because if we win the game in hand against Burnley, it goes to 8. Title challenge back on.
Man,
And
I
no,
don't know
there's no
what has
title
to
challenge.
happen, man. I don't know. I think like all of Man City has to like all the players have to get injured at that point for them to
No, I'm
lose.
just joking.
Yeah, they would have to something worse than the the C19 has to happen for that to be lost.
No,
Like,
I know, I'm just joking. Dr.
yeah,
Saka
obviously.
says, really, Con will get your goals, your front three keep missing. Use him as an impact player. Heads will take a pay cut too. Bielsa is trying to get him as rumored. That would be bad. Con will really take them as an even make them a even greater threat on the offense. I mean, Bielsa can get him. Bielsa is a different coach, right? South
Yeah,
American coach, he can get Con to Bamford so that Bamford doesn't play well. But I don't know if Bielsa, and he can bring in him last 20 minutes. That's possible. But I don't know if
yeah.
Con can play that Bielsa system like. Yeah, I don't think he can play Bielsa system for like 90 minutes because that Bielsa system is involves incredible amount of energy, staying fit, not getting injured. Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but I just feel like for me, and I think a lot of non-United fans, because they don't really watch the games week in week out, they just kind of see the highlights and the misses and whatever. But I think United's problem right now, yeah, we need a solid number 9, but I don't think Aguero is going to solve that issue. I
Yeah.
think right now we need a solid number 9. Don't get me wrong, but we also need somebody in the middle of the park who can control games better. Right? We need a bit more stability in the midfield. I think that's where our biggest problem is. We just don't have, like we said, ball people who can retain the ball long
Yep.
enough in the middle of the park, apart from Pogba. That's it. So I think because of that, we suffer a lot. Our defense suffers a lot because teams just go through midfield like we have no players there, right? So I think we need to address the midfield issue first, and then the number 9 would always be good. But I don't think Aguero would be that answer.
I agree. Also, Bruno is coming off. Oh, you already? I've seen that already. Bruno came off in the sub.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Who came on?
Matic. Someone says, I think Liverpool can use Con for Firmino and Jota for Mane. Don't you agree, Dr. Sakat? Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
like honestly, I don't know what you guys think, man, but I want Van der Beek to leave this summer, man. Like I think it's just not fair anymore. This is just beyond football now. This is like a personal thing that Ole has, and Ole is just never gonna get over this.
Hey, but the reality is Van der Beek signed the contract, right? Like, I don't think they're just going to like everybody just going to like give him excuses. Oh, you can leave now. He signed the contract, so
Yeah, but he's got to demand it though. Like players, he's allowed to do that. He can
no,
demand.
I'm not saying he should not.
And part
Like,
of his contract is probably
I'm
that
saying
he has to play.
for him to say he's going to leave now, all the power is in United hand, right? Because it sounds like it's not a long term contract, 4 or 5 years. So
Is
after
it
1 year,
four
to
or
say
five?
he wants to leave, I don't know. So let's say it's in 3. The power is in United hand. So he comes and say he wants to leave now. Okay, who's going to get him? Can they pay the money? I just feel like
But there's ways that you
he
can
himself
finesse
should
it
have.
though. If you feel unhappy that you need to play,
Yeah,
most
you can
players
force
will
your way
take
out.
a
No,
pay cut or
Di Maria
something.
forced his way out. Like, you can't force his way
Yeah.
out. Players can force their way out. I'm not getting it wrong. They can't force. He can force his way out. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying
But this is when the board.
in a COVID pandemic season, how do you want to force
Yeah.
your way out when you have not played at all, right?
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of gambling for what to say. Fred has been very good today.
No, Fred has been. I
Uh,
think everybody has been good today, man. Like Bruno has just played his role. It's been good. Cavani has
Saka
been
says, sorry,
clutch.
sir. We did not go for him. That I know. I heard we are looking out for Patson Daka. Last comment is again says fits in the Jurgen Klopp model easy. Okay. Uh, yeah, go back to your thoughts about the players. Since the game is wrapping up already.
Oh yeah, I was just saying. I think everyone has played well. Like Cavani has been clinical. Mason came in and made an impact right away. I think everybody has just played well today. I can't. I think the only person McTominay was probably the one player that was kind of all over the place. In terms of it just wasn't him like his regular self. But I think overall, I can't really fault anyone today. I think everyone.
Has played well.
Yeah, I think everyone's played well. Like
I
sometimes
agree.
you gotta give credit when it's due. I think everyone has done well today.
Apart from that mistake to the goal. Yeah, I agree. We played
Yeah,
very well.
apart from that. That was Greenwood was unlucky. Him and Cavani had a couple of 1-2s there.
Like we've dominated the second half. Like Spurs have not even had even had a period where it's like okay, 10 minutes we're under the cosh and they need to
Yeah,
win. So we've dominated this game. We've played very well. I'm impressed with the performance. We played very well. We've not had this performance in a while. It's like our performances the last month or so. I watched the games. I'm just like, are we
yeah,
going to
trust me,
play?
man.
But
Like even
today's
buddy Jeff that we had on the show a couple of weeks ago,
Spurs,
Arsenal fan, he
Spurs
even
out
did
there
say that
attacking
now.
QP like hyenas.
Yeah.
That's funny. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but he even said it like he was like the first half was dead, but he's like, you guys turned this around, you know. So when opposing fans are saying that we've played well, that means we've played well.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sure you see the game go over before me, actually.
Yeah, we're at 94 minutes here.
Okay. I have not even seen the Greenwood chance. Maybe I missed it. Yeah, because we are talking now, I'm even missing some stuff. But I look up, stuff has happened already. Yeah, I think it's fair to say Spurs' chances are done for top 4, right?
Sorry?
I think it's fair to say that Spurs their chances are done for top 4. It's fair to say that now.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. Because who do they have coming up? Yeah, I think this would be kind of like the last. Yeah, I guess it would be like their last opportunity to like challenge.
I agree. It's just Spurs, lads. Yeah, I'll have a sports fan on the review pod at 1:30. So yeah, if you guys are watching, join us for that one. That should be fun. I'll have fun roasting him because he was roasting me during the first leg after the season. So this
Mason
still on
with the goal. Mason with the goal.
comprehensive win. Comprehensive team
Gunwood,
one.
yo, Mr. Gunwood came through heavy.
I'm happy for him.
Man, a goal and an assist. This
He's
is
been
what I've
off for a
been
while.
saying, man.
Yeah, Tottenham is just, yeah, that's good. Let me see the goal now. Oh, let me change the scoreline.
Okay, Pogba again. Oh, that was Pogba's assist too. Pogba took 2 guys on, slid it to Mason. Man, Paula Bill Pogba, man.
Oh, I just saw
You're
that.
right. We need this guy. We need this guy still. We need Pogba, man. Holy cow.
I just saw that. That was wonderful. This is probably I would say this is probably our best performance. Honestly speaking, I think this performance is even better than the City game, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, Josh? I think this
Yeah,
performance is
I
better.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the
it's
City
better.
game was more of just like we were very disciplined in the City
Yeah.
game. We were just more of like we played safe, but we were very disciplined and structured, and that's what was really good because we're not
That's
known
true.
for discipline and you know. But I think this game was more of I think every player just fit their role perfectly, and
Yep.
yeah, I think everyone was just on point today. Like
That
we
was
didn't sit
wonderful.
back. Yeah, this was definitely good, man.
Conwood, my man, RVG. You know when I went to Old Trafford last year, he's the only player I think I took a picture of. Final scoreline: Manchester United 3, or I guess final scoreline: Spurs 1, Manchester United 3.
Yeah,
It's 11 points
3-1.
with the game in hand.
Who would you guys say your man of the match was? Well, I think there was a lot of. Well, I'll say Greenwood could arguably be the man of the match for like the last 20 minutes.
I would say my man of the match, and maybe it may be biased. I think my man of the match is Pogba.
Yeah, I agree on that too.
So Dr. Saka says Harry Kane will push for a move. He can't be wasting his prime here. If Real can get over Mbappe, he might go for him. That's possible. Anyone watching, tell us your man of the match. Let us know who's your man of the match.
Yeah, even Ole's hugging Pogba, man. He's like, yo.
Yeah, he was fantastic today.
Yeah,
take your time with it. Take your time with it. Yep. They are taking their time with it. Take your time with it. That'll be the dance I'm going to dance for the Spurs fan during the show at 1:30. Siama says, yes. Come on, United. Dr. Sakat says, that was a nice show. Enjoyed it. The result suits us too. Congratulations. I told you were predicting 2-0 instead. Dr. Sakat says, wishing that will help you guys and we've helped you, So, yeah.
My goodness.
A lot of man of the match. Yeah, that's fair. So, Josh says this Wood. You say Greenwood. I said Pogba. Match review go sweet today. Yep.
No, I'm still picking Pogba, man. I'm still picking Pogba, but I think Greenwood was pretty good too.
Facebook user says man of the match Pogba. Yeah, I think so too. That's my man of the match. Guys, who's he talking to there? Is that Dele Alli? Who's that person he's talking to there? He's incredible, man. That guy's incredible. I just wish we had just planned better. We've just had some talents where it's like if we had just done some things differently, I feel like we'd have gotten to the glory land by now. But it is what it is. Yeah, top 4 is definitely solid. Second is solidified at this point now. Like at this point now, it's like signed, sealed, and delivered. Solid second. So Oga Kwame say man like Mason, star boy. Yeah, he's back. He's finishing. The thing about Mason is the thing about that you can never take is his finishing. And that assist was really good. That cross was really good.
Yeah, exactly, right. And that's where for me, that's what I'm saying is look at what Mason can do. And that's what
I think the major change that Ole should take credit for was the switch, right? You know what I was complaining? Rashford on the right. I don't like it. Just take him back to his left. Let Pogba come Let Pogba be central. Let him have that role. Let him break into the box. That's where you get the best of this team. But
Yeah.
Cavani too was really good though. To be fair, let's be honest. That goal that got chalked off. Cavani could easily have had 2 goals today, right? So El Matador, that finish for that header. Oh, that finish was superb. Pogba. You know the weight of Pogba's passing is so good that
Yeah, it's just
you have to understand that not everybody knows that weight of passing is incredible. Dr. Sakat say, as if I will ever vote for United Man of the Year. I'm watching this for you guys only. Well, thanks, Dr. Sakat. To respect that, I know you're a
appreciate it,
Liverpool
man.
fan. I
Appreciate
respect
it.
that.
Much
Respect that.
love, much love.
Hey, subscribe to J Social, Dr. Sakat. Also, while you're at it, Pogba is my man of the match. Yep, I think so too. I know, although I might be biased, I have to agree to that. But yeah, he was exceptional today, especially in the second half. He was
No,
exceptional.
I think everyone's saying it. I'm looking at all the group chats. Everyone is saying, I think
Pogba
everyone.
was
It's one of those games whereby, and this is where we talk about this is Manchester United performance here, right? Whereby it's hard to pick a man of the match because everyone did a great job today. But obviously, there's always a player that just, always has an edge over everybody else. And I think, but this is what I want to see. That's how the team played well, whereby people have different men of the matches.
I mean, Fred scored today. Pastor Fred scored. When Pastor Fred scores, everything is
You know
good.
what I mean?
It's all
Today's
good when
Sunday
Pastor
as
Fred
well,
scores.
man. Fred came to preach today.
He did.
Sermon was ready, was tight. But this is what we want. This is what we want from it. It can't be every game, obviously, but for 70% of the season, this is the kind of games that we should see, whereby we're arguing about who the man of the match was.
Yeah.
That's
This was a very good game.
Yeah.
I just hope we can see, like you said, more consistently. If it was more consistent, it would have probably been the proper title challenge, right? If it was more consistent.
Exactly. And I think it also has to do with consistency and team rotation. I think that's something that Ole struggled with for a bit was the rotation. He was just bent on that same starting 11 week in, week out. And I think the players kind of got burnt out for a bit.
Yeah. Someone says for argument's sake, Fred. I don't know. Yeah, that's fair. I'm happy you said for argument's sake.
Yeah.
For argument's sake, I'm happy you said that. So yeah, guys, if you're watching, we've come to the end. Definitely subscribe to our channel for the fantasy. Subscribe to J Socials. It's going at the end. I think next game is Granada on Thursday. That one should be a walk in the park. I know we have a lot of suspension, so
Yeah, I missed the first one, the first leg.
Yeah. I don't really care about Europa. I've made that very clear to a lot of people, but I know a lot of United fans care about it. So obviously, I hope we win. But yeah, I don't really care about Europa as much. But I think
it's a trophy, man. It is a trophy. It is a trophy.
No, I'm not shooting a trophy. I'm not shooting a trophy. Let me make that clear. I'm just saying I'm not going to go out of my way. Like I enjoy Champions League so much. After I watch Champions League those 2 days, Europa is like my day off. Like whatever. When we get to a final, I'll definitely watch it. I'll watch a final. If we get to the final, let me make that clear. before I get clipped off, that I said we're going to go to the final. Yeah, I mean, who do you before I go top 4? Who do you think is going to finish top 4?
Let me look at where are we now. So just looking at the table here.
I guess third and fourth. Yeah. So the table right now is Leicester is on 56. Okay, let's talk to United is on 63. Leicester is on 56. They're taking it away. Let me look at the table. I was watching on TV.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so yeah, I think Manchester United were definitely going to finish second.
Yep.
It's going to be a tough one, man. I think top 4.
Who's third and fourth? Let me make it simple for you. Who is going to finish third and fourth? Let me catch a comment before I go. Someone says P is teacher schooling the special one Facebook user. Well, I don't know who that is. I want to assume. I don't know who that is, but yeah, P teacher schooling the special one. Europa is a major trophy. Arsenal would die for one like that. That's fine. That's true. It's not a major trophy for United though. United are not Arsenal. Dr. Saka, let's keep that 100. We're not Arsenal. Last comment.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Dr. Saka is saying stuff for City, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm just looking here. Sorry, I'm just looking at the games that they have to play. So if we're being real,
Yep.
this is a tough one, man, because all
It
those
is
teams
tough, man.
all have to
It is
face
tough.
in. So they have to face each other. Because I'm looking at
Yeah.
Chelsea and Leicester City.
Yeah. They
They
have to
have
face
to
each
face
other.
each other.
They have to play
And then,
us. They have
yeah,
to
and they have
play.
to play West Ham too. So they're all
Yeah.
going to have to be like it's going to be a tight one to the end. But I think Chelsea would nick in third place, and then Leicester City for fourth is what I'm actually. I have a lot of confidence in West Ham, man. I have a lot of confidence in
You
West Ham.
do?
Jay
Okay.
Links, Jay
You
Links,
do?
in the building here,
Jay Links,
man.
baby.
Jay Links, if he can keep this form, then I could literally see West Ham stealing it. There has to be
Eyes of
some
Chelsea.
upset. There has to be an upset, right? Last year, the upset was United finishing third over Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
That was the upset. So I'm thinking to this year's upset would be West Ham. So I'll say West Ham for fourth place over
Okay.
Leicester
So
City.
you're saying
Upset.
Man City, Man United, Leicester, West Ham. So he's going to stay as is right now.
Yeah,
Ola says, the final comment says, it's me, Ola, say Peach Aspen. Okay, yeah, Ola. Thanks for contributing. I think mine is Man City, Man United, of course. I'm worried about Leicester now. I will not lie to you. I'm worried about them just because I don't know how long Madison is out. They look like once they have people like Madison and David Vardy has fallen off a cliff. He's
yeah, it
just
hasn't.
not doing anything anymore. And Ian Nacho is pretty much carrying them on his back. So because of that, I'm going to say I actually think I agree with Dr. Sakat, to be very honest with you. I think Chelsea and Liverpool are going to sneak it and kick out Leicester and West Ham. I really do think so now. I really, really think so now.
Yeah, like it's.
Because
I think
Leicester,
West Ham
Leicester
has the
has let
momentum.
everybody back in to them. They've literally let everybody back in now. So,
Oh my! Oh, I forgot about Liverpool. Oh, damn, Liverpool's actually pretty close too.
yeah. So,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
I'm going Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Liverpool just sneaking at the death. That's what I'm going. Um,
You know what? Out of all these teams that we've actually mentioned,
mhm.
Tottenham has the better schedule to still make top four. They have the best schedule to still make top four. Like
To
when you
meet
look
up.
at the
Okay.
lineup, because they play Everton, Southampton, Sheffield, Leeds, Wolves, Aston Villa, and then Leicester City on the last day. So if they were like a team that could actually get their act together, they have the better route to top four than Chelsea, Leicester, and West Ham right now.
Well, those are the games they've dropped so many points this season. Nah, I don't.
That's
That's
true.
if there's anybody I believe the listing is Spurs. I just feel like I personally think he's kind of lost the players in a way. I just think so because like all these side comments he keeps making, the players are reading it, and I was like, this guy. So when the chips are down, you can see like they went 1-0 up. Typical Jose side, they go 1-0. Like beginning of the season, first 10, 15 games, they go 1-0 up. They're not
Yeah,
losing that game. At the very least, they are drawing that game. Look at how they just fell apart like a card, like a pack of cards. They just fell apart.
yeah,
Like there was nothing in there. They were making subs and they were looking worse. When you are seeing that in the manager, you know everything is gradually going downhill, right?
yeah. You know
The
that
manager is
that's
making
not.
subs and the team is looking worse. You know, like it's about to be peak. Uh, I think we've come to the end because I'm going to do another one in like another hour, so I need to rest.
Yeah,
Josh, thanks for coming on. Everybody that joined us,
anytime, man. I appreciate it,
thanks
guys.
for do the needful share like for on the bottom of the screen you can see J Socials. Follow him, his channel. Let's try and get it up. Follow our channel, subscribe, share. And we'll catch you at 1:30 for the review pod. Josh.
All right, take care, man. You guys stay safe, and I appreciate everyone who